Hello YouTube. I had to come over here. I've got some weird technical issues with Streamlabs, but hopefully I'll bring you some good content from Auckland versus North Harbour today. A quick roundup. By Plenty smashed Canterbury out of the park, 43 to 43 to whatever it was. Absolutely decimated them. Magpies smacked the Manawatu Turbos at 43 to 12, and now we're going to find out what either Auckland or North Harbour can do to each other. Because here comes North Harbour as we pick up the audio.
Only to stub their toe in Wellington last week. They're certainly not out of playoff contention, but at the moment they're in the relegation zone, particularly after Bay of Plenty's big win over Canterbury today. Tonight's game is going to go a long way to determining which battle Harbour is going to be fighting over the next 3 weeks. Players with the X factor have long been part of the Harbour makeup. Thomas Aukland doing his best to carry on that tradition. Powerful winger, a former league player with Mount Albert and the Warriors. Out of De La Salle College, he poses a real threat, along with the likes of Sean Stevenson and Tiko Ratuma. And conditions obviously ideal for the sort of flowing rugby that these two teams.
Yeah, you should be, Evie. I think Auckland have had a rough run this year. So yeah.
Ball carrier tonight, Jacob Levi Hancock, comes from the Massey Rugby Club in the west of Auckland, 9 years of age. He hands the ball over to Harry.
TJ, how are you doing, my bro? Much love. Sorry I don't have any fancy graphics like I usually do for the rugby, but well, we'll cross our fingers and hope that I can get Streamlabs sorted.
And we're all set to go.
Here we go. What's the volumes like, by the way? You hearing the game okay?
Harbour at the other end of the table, and they'll look to make a good start. And here's a good strong carry too from Ethan Roots, one of the key men in their forward pack. They give it to Murphy Taramai. He runs straight hard as his opposite number, Akira Ioane. They clear it away, and Gatlin puts one high, racing forward and claiming it on the far side.
There we go. That should work. Audio for game cut out.
Been exciting around the breakdown, running and creating space for Zahn Sullivan, and then finding that man AJ
Try that.
Lamb, but unfortunate, just couldn't finish it off there.
Auckland have it from the line out, and they set play up.
Okay, it's good now. I'll leave it.
And Choke at 6 and 7 tonight. Gives them real mobility. The first carry was from Choke. This is Gibson.
Given that this is
Now Rudu.
a New Zealand,
Hamish Dalzell.
well, provincial would be the wrong word, but regional competition, and the Battle of the Bridge.
Now Rudu away to Plummer.
Yeah,
The middle of the park, and
North Harbour just across the bridge from Auckland. Share it out if you can, please,
Choke
people.
with another carry to the
By
10
the way.
mark. Now trying to get Hands
I
on the
realise
ball,
I
but
don't
it's there
usually
again
have
for Uru. So
much
building
better graphics,
phases
but
in the early stages of the game.
I come home to
Are
find
Auckland looking for
my
a good start.
OBS system
Sullivan this time
absolutely
moves it
fucking
on.
out on me and
Daniela
giving me
Telia.
errors all over the place, so
And some real bristling power
decided to
to
bring
that
you the
number
game
11
anyhow,
jersey.
doing it this way.
Then Utter, another carry from him, Ruru. So a dozen phases now. Up his side, just slipping as he took the ball, and that enabled Harbour to get players into the contact zone, and some really good work from, well, Dylan Hunt and Gerard Carly Tuioti. They come up with a penalty.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. His upper side looks like he's a little bit injured after that.
It took a little bit of time to come up with that penalty.
One long pass to another long pass to that forward pod, and it allows Harbour that ability to get off the line and bring that line speed. And they chopped upside down, even though he did have a little slip, as we just see them come down the edge here through Talia. They're actually making good gains on the edge there and getting across it. But as you see here, Dizelle passes
Welcome,
it to
people.
Ruru, who goes to Plummer, and then upper side down, and it's an easy steal for the ever impressive Dylan Hunt.
Well, it's just slightly a bit slower from that ruck there.
I've had technical difficulties with my other systems, so I've had to
really
come
get
to
up
this
that
one.
line speed and chop them down right behind.
Unfortunately, you get no graphics, but yeah, as soon as we get score on the board, you'll have that up here.
Yeah, they're certainly bringing the heat, both sides of it, Auckland and Harbour. You just see here, just slips on his
Actually, I
ankle.
can show you this graphic.
Good clear release, and as the ref's like, you attack that ball. But I think you've mentioned it there, Millsy, is the width of that passing just allows that line speed to shut off any options.
I'm just doing on some of those.
Get a good, solid, dominant tackle and allows you to attack that break.
So, yeah.
Well, Lenny getting slowly back to his feet.
Got pizza ordered for around half time, so.
The act of slipping, or maybe it got trapped in the tackle, but the consequence was a penalty to North Harbour. And this is a battle I think I'm really going to enjoy. We're all going to really enjoy seeing tonight. The two loose trios. Taramai's been in good form for Harbour. Hunt and Roots on the Harbour side. Gibson, Choke, Ioane on the Auckland side.
Oh, massive.
And something for me
huge
to nibble on.
Both sides of it. And, you know, the little brother will be wanting to prove plenty against the big brother.
Well, it's always been a powerful motivation.
Literally comes straight from work, so yeah.
Very much have the upper hand in the tradition of this game.
Cheers.
It was a draw last year. They played very early on. Now, Lutero Tolai has it in the back of the Harbour Mall, and they're making some progress here too.
That is a strong rolling maul from North Harbour.
And
strong rolling maul from North Harbour.
This is a good advance.
He's through the middle.
They have to funnel the ball back. Scrafton doing pretty well to come through the middle. They clear it away. Here's Heighton, the young number 12.
Release that blue.
Contest on the ground. And a penalty. Well, he told them to release. They didn't. This one's right out in front for Bryn Gatlin.
Well, that is blatant.
Settle things
Ref
down,
tells you to release.
Talked about the loose forward trios,
then you don't release.
Blake Gibson was aggressive there in the hunt. Thought he had all rights to the ball, but the ref thought otherwise, forcing a penalty. And the ever accurate Bryn Gatlin, as we see here, makes the tackle, no clear release, no rolling away, no access to the ball, so a fair penalty.
Well, I think he actually grabbed the ball then, didn't they? It was a nice counter up from Auckland. And he thought he had all rights there, but it was actually Bryn Hall's ball. So first possible points here for North Harbour.
Well, Bryn Gatlin, who tops the points table in the Mitre 10 Cup so far this year.
He's going to be our kicker.
This will be the easiest three he's had all year. Beautifully still conditions right out in front of the post. No mistake. And Harbour have the first points, leading Auckland by 3-0.
When he came up, you guys came up.
Auckland, so no issues.
If you wonder why I'm muting the audio every now and again, it is because, unfortunately, the commentators aren't saying anything of use, and there's music on the background, so.
Coming back for Hall, and Gatlin now Rudu coming at him, but he gets really good contact on that. Kicks it deep.
That is a real good
And,
kick.
well, he's got the weight on that almost perfect. Zahn Sullivan taking it very close to his own goal line. Plenty of time, though. Gets it onto the left foot and strokes the punt away. Nice and calm at the back,
Goes for
Zahn Sullivan. Very
line out.
promising young player, this man.
Ball's been thrown out.
Yeah, a very settled approach for him to take the touch.
Well
there.
kicked out,
A
sorry.
small win, you'd say, for Harbour in the Territory Stakes there. Great kick from Gatlin over the shoulder of Talea, and a prime opportunity inside their own half on the 40 to have a crack, and it looks like they're going with a 5+1 with Dylan Hunt at halfback.
Well, the line-out drive was pretty good the first time they tried it. They go down towards the back, and Kali Tuioti couldn't quite take it cleanly. So an opportunity missing here, but we're going to have the first scrum of the night now. This is going to be another battle within a battle. Harbour got a pretty good pack, but Auckland too, very strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Harbour have used the scrum as a weapon in the last few games to work
So
their
about
way
the
out of their half
mukbang and the
build some
the
penalty
drinking
pressure.
on the screen,
While
but
Auckland have been dominant, and
I've kind
it's
of
been
just
their
come
main
from work,
scoring platform
straight from work
for
onto
Auckland
here.
from all areas of the park. They're really good off their scrum in their terms of their strikes and
So if
getting
that's
across the
putting
game
anyone
line in
off.
phase one.
I think 10 tries that they've scored so far this year have come from the scrum.
Yep, that's the stat I saw, which shows they can go from anywhere, even
Thank
if it's
you,
in
Evie.
60-metre mark.
But Harbour, no doubt, will make them work for it. The front rows go down, and so they fire it away and straight away bring the man in off the wing, which is a ploy that they use very well. Carry from Choate now, skipper for the night. Back it goes to Plummer and Sullivan. Lovely offload away to AJ Lamb. In contact, silky skills, but a penalty, another penalty. Well,
Oh, here we go.
Success at the breakdown for North Harbour.
Yeah, there's a clear difference in tactics. Harbour are looking to play that territory game where Auckland are backing themselves to have a crack with the ball. But I don't know if this is an area of the field you want to have too many phases. They went one or two too many there, which forced a penalty due to the entry, and looks like Harbour will go to the touch, Millsy.
Well, yeah, they will. It was
Yeah,
just that
Harbour's
offload
heading
from
for
Sulla,
touch.
beautiful offload, but it sort of caught
Which means
the
they've
rest
got
of the
another
support
line
players
out,
off guard.
so they can
And so
try and get
it was
closer to
isolated
the
that inside player. There
goal
we go.
line they need to
Beautiful
be
offload.
at.
And they're flat-footed here. To more Kira Ioane. Great work over the ball.
Hopefully next time I do this, I'll have
And
some better
Auckland getting up
graphics
and
for you.
contesting. Well, that's really good to see.
But
Scrafton.
I haven't quite done the
So there's a couple of
time
lineouts that haven't worked for
and
Harbour. And that's something they'll need
unfortunately,
to patch up. Kira Ioane
OBS craps out on me.
Nick Mayhew
OBS craps out on me.
has come through. Won the steal. They'll go back. No real advantage to Auckland. That's good work from Nick Mayhew, who's enjoying being
Awesome
able to
work
start
from
on a
Nick
regular
Mayhew.
basis and doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been the form front rower, not just at scrum time, but with ball in hand, and he's made some great decisions at the breakdown in past weeks, and this one's another one, but unfortunately, due to the inaccurate line out, they go back for the scrum. First one a little bit underdone, and then this one here was great read from Scrafton. He's
Oh,
had 3
excuse me.
steals so far this season. He can make that 4 now.
Well, I know you probably don't like the sight of opposition teams contesting the line out when you're throwing it in, James, but I reckon it's always great to see when teams are prepared to get up and challenge, and it's paid off. It's 2 lineouts now that Harbour haven't been able to secure.
Oh, come on. What the?
Just see there the Auckland packer
Scrum's not
really looking to get on the
binding.
front foot and put some pressure via the lean. Scrum time, the Harbour front row not liking that, so standing up for a reset, bringing the ref into it so that they're in control.
Let's have a look at this front row battle. We've got Sione Mafileo on this side up against James Lay, 10-test Samoan international. His brother Jordan played for Bay of Plenty today, and he'll be a happy boy. Brother Jordan, after that smashing win by Bay of Plenty over Canterbury. Harbour putting some heat on, but Ioane takes it
That
off
was
the
good.
back. Rudu onto the boot.
Good scrum.
And kicks away to touch. Chance for a quick throw. Won't take it. Good exit.
Yeah, we have to they've learned from their mistakes, playing too much in their half this time, keeping it simple 8-9, and using Ruru's big boot. And he's made good ground with a pretty small angle.
Contrasting form coming into this game. Harbour beaten by Wellington last week. Auckland coming off a crushing victory over Tasman, 31-10. Tasman haven't enjoyed their trips north much this year, have they? Got thumped here too by Harbour. Well, the ball to Hall was awkward.
Oh.
But picked it up, went again. Now Auckland coming through, trying to put some pressure on at breakdown time. And Ruru has done brilliantly here. He's done a forward roll. He's come up with the ball. And choked,
turned it over
fires
for
it away
Auckland.
to James Lay. So Auckland go on to the attack, really for the first time in the game here. Plummer decides to kick, finds a bit of space at the back. Gatland is back there. And here's Sean Stevenson. Well, he hasn't really been involved so far. And in the end, brings it to ground.
Yeah, it took a little bit to bring to ground.
And Gatland, that's not his best work. Just went off the side of the boot a little. So Auckland are going to get a line out to launch from just inside the 22.
Out.
Yes, he's had that spiral punt working beautifully in the past weeks, but not on this occasion. But Sean Stevenson did pretty well there. They looked in trouble with a great kick from Plummer, a good attacking kick, which has put Auckland in a great spot for an attack.
And Harbour don't challenge the line out. They go to choke one off. And again, the tactic is to bring Tanielu Telia off the left wing. Through the hands to Ioane and just goes straight through the tackle of Little. Fires it away. And AJ lands in for the first time.
Here we go.
But really,
Auckland's got the first try.
Big man, Akira Ioane in your pack.
Oh, what a start. He's been released from the All Blacks. He's great on the edge. And he's just made light work of that down the sideline.
That is so light. That is such
and one of the top
good.
try scorers in this competition.
Such
great ball from Scrafton.
good
finds
skill.
that man who goes through Little.
Straight through, bam,
AJ
onto the
Lamb,
short side
who
and
goes over and gets the treats.
done.
Oh, and this is what they can do to you, can't they? They can absolutely hurt you. It came really from an initial turnover from Jonathan Ruru, who counter-ruck and got that back over, put North Harbour under pressure. And the work of Akira Ioane and his value, AJ Lamb over for the first points.
Yeah, there we
James
go.
Little probably thought he had him lined up, but he just blew straight through the tackle. But the skill as well to set Lamb up.
Yes, well, James Little's been tackling at 88%. So he's no mug around the defensive game, but we know the skill set of Akira Ioane and the ability he has one-on-one.
Here we go. Time for the conversion.
So Harry Plummer,
We're
he hasn't been
looking
at his
at
best
Harry
goal
Plummer.
kicking wise, but
The
let's see if he can make a good start
kick.
tonight from wide out on the
And
right, ball
it's
hanging
good.
up and over. That's a good start by Harry Plummer, capping off the opening try of the game, scored by AJ Lamb, his 7th of the season, and Auckland lead by 7-3.
There you go. Good stuff, Auckland.
So Gatland restarts down to Manu and Ruru, whose boot has been used to good effect so far in the game. Takes play up to halfway.
Yeah, would you have to say, after their first lick with ball in hand, it didn't go to plan. They've gone to the boot a couple of times, even in their own half with Harry Plummer, which set up that opportunity for the try. So it's a good adjustment in tactics early from Auckland.
Well, Harbour's response to 2 fluff lineouts is to shorten up. They're going with just 4 here. And again, this time it's Ioane who gets up. They're really challenging that
Auckland's got it.
That North Harbour lineout. And they win another steal against the throw. And a good, powerful burst from Adrian Choate here.
Damn.
Auckland now look like they're starting to find a gear. Good hands too. Sullivan quickly onto Lamb, back in the fray.
Damn, Lamb, come on.
2 loose forwards out there for Harbour to make the tackle. But Auckland have the front foot. Nice offload from Plummer, away to Choate. He's taken, and the referee's playing advantage here. So real momentum for Auckland. As Sullivan takes it to ground. Now a big hole opens up for James Lay, busting through the big prop. Gatland just managed to grab them around the ankles, but they've got them stretched. They come away to the left. Plummer's there. Had numbers away both sides. Rudu.
Oh,
Now Hamish Dalzell.
dog's just barking at the brother.
Put on the ground by Mayhew. Choke moves it on. Holding out Inga Finau, lovely ball. Oh, this is slick.
Oh, here we go.
A second try.
Auckland's got a second one.
Manu.
Woohoo!
Oh, they go again. Bodies in motion on attack, making defenders make decisions, creating opportunities for others, and great skill set from the Auckland players. Good interplay. Finally ending in Tamua Manu going over for a try, as we see here. Big James Lay going through a wide gap. Doesn't quite finish it off. But again, good quick recycling. And out the back to Finau. And he's great hands there. And then Sullivan has shown some deft touches. And he sets up Tamua Manu with a 5-pointer.
That is a hell of a
you've
try,
just
that one.
mentioned it. Yeah, Zahn Sullivan. Gee, his skill set. Look at that. Out the back, just a flip little pass before that. Beautiful hands as well from the young man.
Absolutely
Auckland,
wonderful.
looking potent.
Well, it was a great bust by James Lay. Owed much to a really good decoy run by one of his teammates who took away a defender. Harry Plummer, it was, who's about to line up the shot at goal. And Lay, he went through the gap as wide as the Waitemata Harbour.
He's got pick on the bum of his shorts. P-I-C, pick on the bum of his shorts. And
Harry Plummer
that's no cool,
did so well
no
in the
good.
lead up to that try. Hammers
Bounced
one
off
into the
the
posts.
upright.
So no conversion, but Tamua Manu, his try takes Auckland out to 12-3. So once again, Gatland restarts. Deep try scorer Manu back in the action. Action replay. There's a longer kick even this time from
Quite literally,
Jonathan
Evie.
Rudu. In fact, on the angle, it goes out about exactly the same place.
You can certainly see Sean Stevenson was edging for a quick throw there.
I'll go
He's
see
put
there's a
trust
dog
back in his
again,
pack.
but
Gerard
damn it,
Kalituiogi,
this looks
no
like
doubt
a
will settle
fast-paced
things down
game.
here.
Well, they've lost 3 now. They've got to get this one right, and they do. Jacob Pearce. Hunt fires it away. Inside pass. And Harbour start from near halfway. Murphy Taramai holding him up was Blake Gibson, but he takes it to ground. Taramai. Pearce moving it on. Floated ball over the top. Oh, nicely picked up by Stevenson. And now, well, just as Thomas Auaki was away, referee calls them back. There was a forward pass.
oh, I see it, Turbo.
Yeah. Looks like he's taken a hit and stayed down.
Uh-oh.
Certainly was forward out of the hands.
Looks like we've got
So
to
rightfully
have
called
ourselves
back,
a little bit of malicious
Great sign
intent
of attack from
investigation.
Harbour with ball in
Team
hand.
O will be brought into this.
Well, just look and see what happens after Stevenson fires that away. He's
Oh,
been tipped up there. He's got to
yeah,
have a
he
look
got
at
he
this.
got
This
tipped up
is
by
trouble for
way more
someone.
than 45 degrees.
I'm going to have a review of it. Is that cool? Do you have a blue number? I thought it was. Okay.
Well, Stevenson has definitely been picked up beyond the horizontal.
Here we go.
Tackle. I've got potential foul play of a lifting tackle here by a blue player. We don't have a number at this stage.
Jonathan Patterson needs to check it out, but straight away you could see the protest from Harbour. I think it might be the hooker, is it?
Yeah, nah, that needs to be dealt with. That needs a sin bin. That needs a sin
Yeah,
bin.
please.
Yeah, nah,
Zahn Sullivan, I think.
that needs an
Yeah, that
absolute
is
sin
Zahn
bin.
Sullivan.
That's a no
He's
try
got to go
sin
with
bin.
Last defender. He's actually lifted him up.
It's quite a distance for me to see on the big screen, the landing. So you're saying the landing's on the back and side. So I'm thinking that's the yellow card. Yeah, we just need the number. Yep. We'll get time.
I think there's been an issue. I mentioned the hooker there. In fact,
Just
I think
confirm the number for me.
then he
Zach,
up his side.
please, if we can can get an angle of the guy who it actually is.
Being a bit of, might have an injury issue, but I think
Can be a yellow
Zahn
card.
Sullivan, he is
You can
going to
save
the
us
bin.
some time if you want and get the guy who made the tackle.
Well, he's had a great start
Number 15.
to his battle of the
Number
bridge,
15. Yep.
but unfortunately he's just got things wrong here. Looks like he'll get a breather in the
I had a forward
naughty
pass.
chair.
Then after that, we got a lifting tackle, which landed on his back, so it's going to be a yellow card. On his back?
Thank you, ref. Yellow card to Auckland.
Well, he gets a bit of a roasting from the crowd. Zahn Sullivan showing some superb touches in the game, but really, there was no doubt about that one. He was going to the bin, and he'll have a think about it. So it leaves them a man short for the next 10 minutes.
Well, you spoke about competing at the line out. It'll be interesting to
called
see
that
Auckland's
one.
tactic here.
Like
If they get up, or they stay
second
down,
time I
to
saw
stop the rolling maul.
the shot, I called it.
So it looks like they're making that sub.
I was just like,
Millsy.
that is just
Yeah,
not
they are.
cool.
So Sene Whaiangai, he's on, pulling the upper side.
Up goes Ethan Roots, and they will drive. Ball's been dropped, though, by Tolai.
Good maul and,
lose some
dropped the
momentum.
ball.
They have a good line-out drive. They would have liked to have taken that one further. So now they have to go to one off. And picked up was Jacob Pearce, and a real scrap going on for the ball. Hands all over the place. And somehow or other, and look, you could see there, James Lay, a bit of a grin on his face. Hands in all directions, and somehow Auckland get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a mess, but you have to adjust to the ref and the way he's dealing with the breakdown. And Auckland are doing their utmost at the moment and making the better adjustments. As they see there, the skipper choke.
Okay, he's allowed to play at the ball, and maybe they could argue that the halfback can pull it out of there, but anyway. And again, this time it's Dalzell who gets up, and they make another steal. That's 4 that they've taken, and that's a real problem for Harbour. Normally their set piece is very good, but that time it was Hamish Dalzell. Now the kick down to Stevenson, who's recovered, and off he goes. Very dangerous runner, but he runs into his old Auckland Grammar first 15 mate, Akira Ioane, puts him on the ground just inside the half. Tikora Tuma went through the middle of the ruck, didn't have the ball, and so they try and get it in behind Taniela Telia. A little bit awkward, he slipped, but he's got time to get back to his feet. James Little made the tackle, cleverly offloaded it away. Though, and here
That
is
was a clever
Ina
offload, actually.
Plummer, Renata, and he's taken right on the 22, so they're still inside. They can kick it out on the full if they want. And, well, Plummer, I'm not quite sure what that was supposed to be.
That wasn't on the
Straight up
full.
in the air, picked up by Taramai, gets it away to Stevenson. So back come Harbour, looking for their first try. A real set was what they need at the moment. The referee's playing advantage. Hall digs it out. Gatland, Tolai, good tackle by Renata. And so they'll come back.
There we go. It's
Yeah,
about
well,
time
put
you gave that
string of
penalty,
play
ref.
down to Bryn Gatland's vision. He can see the Auckland wingers are both high in that D line. He's finding space in behind them.
Offside, number 4,
Put
never onside.
Auckland under pressure, and Harry
Oh,
Plummer not striking
Number
it as
4
well
was
as he'd
never
like.
onside.
And then Harbour
Oof.
getting the ball back and catching
Yeah,
them offside
what a
as they look
what
to
a
go for
call.
the 3 just to settle things down.
Well, Plummer will be disappointed about that. Real execution there from his kick. He just needed to kick it out. And the way the Auckland line-out's been going, you'd think they'd steal that back again. So he'll be annoyed at himself.
He's been a bit of everything tonight, hasn't he, already? Harry Plummer, some very good stuff. He kicked a wide-angle conversion, which was nice. Then he put one from closer range into the posts. And
I know, right? Jeez.
that kickers are so
Harry
good.
Plummer's
He was
been
looking for the touch
everything
line.
that he doesn't
Looking
need to
for
be.
Wide open spaces. Didn't really get either of them. And so Gatland now, who has been kicking it over 80%.
Gatland
Beautiful style.
does it, puts it through.
Strikes it cleanly between the uprights, and second penalty for North Harbour. Auckland lead 12-6 in the Battle of the Bridge.
Oh, sorry. I forgot what team won. What team Gatlin was on.
Back to halfway there is James Lay. Made one big run so far in the game. Auckland have had the upper hand so far. Player in the bin, conceded 3 points so far. Now, the restart goes down to Stevenson. Ethan Roots, but they were waiting for him. Scrafton, as always, such a hard worker. Now Pearce, put on the ground just inside the 22. Hall fires it back. And Stevenson, who's got a tremendous boot on him, didn't like that one quite so much.
Another
Into touch.
just under 5 minutes and counting
towards
for
halfway.
the yellow card.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them chance their arm there. There are 3 Aucklanders in the backfield waiting for the kick. They're a man down, and there was space to run on the open side. But they just went into, I suppose, motions and just went for the kick and touch. They've got to play that eyes up footy, Millsy. When there's 3 dropping back and you're 1 down, you'd think you'd be able to have a lick on the edge there.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They're 1 down and they've just scored points. So you would have thought they might have just got a bit excited about that and just chanced your arm a bit.
Well, Jacob Pearce is the man who's receiving some attention. Oh, squirt of water.
Okay.
1994
Jacob Pearce
was the first
for
time
North
that
Harbour.
Harbour beat Auckland. They beat them in the round robin. Thrilling game. Walter Little scored the winner. But no one ever talks about that game. They only ever talk about the final a few weeks later at the Oniwa Domain.
Eric Russ, I think you'll find, is going to be sent from the field. Sent from the field in disgrace by referee Colin Hawke. Robin Brooke is sent off for use of the trampling, use of the boot in the ruck. Well, we've had a tough first half, and now Mark Carter clocked one in there. He got a nasty kick.
I'm going to mute this because it's just highlights from a past game.
Quite a day. It was a real sequel to that game too. So many players cited. They didn't send them to Wellington as they used to in those days. The judiciary just came up to Auckland. They hired out a room at an airport hotel and had a revolving door. Players in and out all day.
Oh,
Back to the
what a
present,
penalty.
and, well, this time it's Auckland who make a mistake. The new man, Mike Silseni Whengai,
4 minutes left on the clock for the yellow card, by the way.
off target. I think we're probably going to see a sighting from this game too. Zahn Sullivan, that lifting tackle on Sean Stevenson. But now here's an opportunity, James, for Harbour to capitalise on the absence of this man, Zahn Sullivan.
Yeah, well, they just need to read the pitches in front of them. They know they'll get a strong platform off the back of this scrum. They're 1 man down. Have a look in the backfield, even if it's a territory game with the wingers up. They've got to make hay while the sun shines with the man in the bin.
Tikura Tuma right behind the scrum here, and making a move towards the blind side too, but they go open. Gatlin kicks out towards the wing, too much on it, but they'll come back because dominant scrum
3
from
minutes
Harbour, and they
left.
get a penalty.
Yellow card.
Yeah,
In the
it's
yellow
a ploy
card.
they've used for a number of years to get themselves out of trouble. Nick Mayhew and Lutero Tolai giving a high five to each other there, but they'll go to the corner and they will go to a line out, but we've spoken about the line out woes, so they just want to keep things really simple, take an easy one at the front. Ball is paramount.
They're backing themselves, aren't they, James? And there was a real threat down that
That was an
blind side.
interesting little stat.
What
Auckland's
a good way
considered
to win
6
that momentum
penalties.
battle back. You got a man
North
in the
Harbour
bin,
haven't
and you
conceded
win that physical
one.
battle through your set piece.
Well, Sione Mafileo against James Lay. The action on the Auckland loose head side of the scrum. Now, Tolai, they go up for it. Again, it's a little untidy, but Tolai comes around the back, tidies it up, gets them going forward. So they do win the line out, but Auckland have their defence set now. Hunt with the carry.
Auckland
Runs
have got
into
some
Choke,
heck of defence
who's led the way
tonight.
nicely so far for Auckland.
That is
Little gliding
shocking.
past the first. Got through the tackle of Ingafino. Trying to hold him up was Plummer. Now they go to ground. Good ball there for Hall. Mafileo. He can't get too far to the short side, and Stevenson trying to see off Tumua Manu. Now Bryn Hall has a little look. Oaki, they were up quickly on him. They realised the danger that he presents. Scrafton it was. Now Gatlin flings it wide. Tulai ranging out wide. Now here's Dylan Hunt. Puts the foot down.
There we go.
Across, making the tackle. Was
Nice
Akira
little run.
Ioane. He rolls away in a bit of discomfort too. So a few bumps and bruises in this one. Stevenson had to slide in to take it, like a baseballer going into second base. But now here's a good bumping run from
1 minute left in the sorry, just over 1 minute left in the yellow card.
But play carries on, ball bouncing around in the middle of the park. Oh, lovely ball away from Stevenson. Picked up nicely too by Dylan Hunt. Heads off back and field. Yet another tackle made by Choke. So they've got them stretched. And at the moment, Auckland effectively are down maybe 2 players. Although no, Ioane's got back into the fray. Gatlin takes the line on. Taramaiwe leaves it for Hall. Tiko Rotuma coming in close. Offloading away to Ethan Roots. Driven back. Great tackle made by Jonathan.
That was a
Rudu.
heavy tackle, that one.
Waiting it on the right.
Nothing
They
wrong
go
with
to
it,
the
just
left.
the fact that
They've
it was
got
heavy.
numbers. Here's Stevenson. Well, they're trying to get him out over the touchline here, Auckland, and they've done so. Good defence, Auckland. But a couple of wounded soldiers for Auckland.
Oh, hell yeah.
They might be wounded, but that's
10,
exceptional because
9,
they've shown there.
8,
A man
7,
down
6,
in the bin,
5,
but as you said, Akira Ioane was
and
down
time's
for a
off.
bit as well.
5
So
seconds
they were down
left
to
for
13
the
and they just pressed that defence.
yellow card. So basically, as soon as
Well,
Stone
they're
comes
just about
back
to
on,
get
he'll come straight out.
Sullivan back onto that field as well. So they've only conceded 3 points while he's been off in the sin bin.
Oh, yeah, you can see he just collected an elbow on the way through.
It's not Auckland who's playing rough. They both are.
Here's what happened when it came out.
And you can't say they're not playing
Side.
fair if they're both playing rough.
Harry Plummer, whose dad Mark is out there attending to Ioane.
Yep, well, they've only conceded 14 tries, and I think that's a great example of why they are just working hard for each other, working together, and creating and forcing errors on the opposition, which is Harbour tonight.
Creating and forcing errors for sure.
They'll be happy to get a simple line-out exit here, pump it back downfield and start again.
Well, while attending to the wounded, we'll just go back to that game in 1994. There was some controversy because the final was held at Uniwata Main, which is a far cry from the surroundings we're in tonight.
Yeah. Both teams playing quite rough in this one. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a red card later in the game. Because it just seems like it's getting out of hand a little bit. It's my thoughts. Here we go.
And there's none of that animosity. Just a
I'll be
determination
back.
to win. And Scrafton, that's a better line out, better throw. Although Harbour trying to drive them out towards the touchline. Rudu comes away with it. He's made a good start to this game, Jonathan Rudu. And well, that one partially deflected by a Harbour hand. I think it's still going to go. Oh, it's been bumped away by AJ Lamb. He's regathered it. Well, that's great following up work from the winger. It looked like it was going into touch,
Wow.
but he never stopped chasing.
Someone say damn
Now
Lamb.
the kick deep, driving them back. This one's going to roll all the way.
That
In
guy's
fact,
a
it's
bit
going
rough
to go too
tonight.
far. It's going to go into the in goal. It won't go touch and goal, though. It'll
No,
be a
it
drop out
hasn't
for the
gone
22.
dead.
Well, AJ Lamb, he's been the form winger of the competition, and he shows another skill set here. Slightly charged by Kali Tuioti.
AJ Lamb,
Not quick enough.
one of the best players
Look at
out there.
that. I think we've seen Cruden do that before at Super Rugby. And then a great option from Harry Plummer, just not the execution on angle of that kick. Harbour will be looking to kick long here and get back into their half with a good kick chase.
I'll leave the camera off for the moment because pizza shouldn't
So
be
Gatlin,
too
a
far
low
away.
skitter of a kick, and that deceives AJ Lamb. No real harm done, though. Auckland will get a line-out throw just inside the 10.
We've got 10 minutes
Since
to
upperside's gone
go
off,
before
Auckland
half-time.
line-out has been a little bit shaky too, so you'd hope Harbour have seen that and put some pressure on by getting bodies in the air.
Mike Soseni Whiangai from the Marist Club. In Auckland, Sacred Heart, old boy. Taking his time and almost a balk there.
Oh,
And
shit.
awkward for
That's
Uru, but
messy.
here's Lamb,
But got tidied up.
who just about everything he does at the moment is coming up good for Auckland. James Lay at first receiver. Ruru getting things organised. Johan, it looks like he's
Honestly,
recovered.
get me a better PC and I'll get you a
That blow
better
he took a
stream.
few moments ago.
How's that
And
one
they swing
for
it wide. Sullivan
Pop,
back to the
eh?
field, bumping off. Little, who's had one or two issues on defence, and now he's been penalised, I think.
There we go.
Yeah, number 8.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It
number
was
8
Murphy
gets
Taramai.
penalised. There we
Yes,
go.
poor old
Offside.
James Little, first Akira Ioane, and that time Zahn Sullivan after having a good rest. But we saw again, as we just see the replay here, strong for a young man. Good work, good clean to Muamanu. But then Murphy Taramai just getting caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Ref not liking that and penalising him.
He just couldn't resist the temptation, could he?
And because this is a
Murphy,
full-length game,
He's been
I
great
might
value, though,
try and
this
find
fellow,
some-
since he moved north from Wellington, former New Zealand Sevens
some
player. He's been
lovely
really good for
fishing
Harbour.
music for you
You can see
during
the deep
half-time.
breaths. He really puts in a big effort, and he's given away a penalty. Now Auckland a chance to launch something. Prize of not straight from Auckland, and the ball being left behind, but not knocked forward. And again, it's Ruru who does well to tidy things up. Telia, they're holding him up, so he manages to smuggle the ball away, and this time it has been lost forward. That time to Muamanu it was coming through. So
Alright,
Auckland
lost forward.
just not able to
Mate.
get their attack going.
That's nothing
And it's-
huge.
Really settled into a pretty even contest. This low scoring, just 12-6.
Yes, well, Auckland have shown the attacking prowess early, but
Oh,
unfortunately
shit,
they're
yeah.
just catching each
Auckland's-
other
Auckland's been playing a
before or after the
freaking
pass.
good game
We see
at the moment.
Talia with his
Hard game,
strength
but good
offload
game.
there, and then a great ball from Ruru, but
I still
Muamanu
100%
just couldn't
agree with
hold
the
on to
ref
it
when he
on
gave
this
the yellow
occasion.
card, though.
Millsy, I
Keep those feet under you.
There's Taniela Telia
Make sure
mentioning
you say that,
Jonathan Ruru. He's a player with a lot of experience now at super level, and you'd expect him to stand out and might attend companies. Doing a really good job here for Auckland.
Well, you mentioned it too, TJ. The fact he's cleaning up some of that scrappy ball. His passing game tonight too has been quite on song. So his experience definitely coming through today.
Pre-engaged. Blue.
Well, the players break up from the scrum, and I imagine the Auckland players might be called back to another one. They're going to have another scrum. It's a free kick. They can have a scrum. No, they're going to go for touch. Of course, it means ball into touch. It'll be an Auckland throw, but they don't go for touch. They just go for some distance and ask Auckland to play it out of their own half, and they're going to do that. And here is Taniela Telia winding up for a big charge. Taramai managed to slow him down. Teammates
I
finished
think,
it off.
yeah.
Manu, very powerful at centre. Tikura Tumathos got in there, almost made the steal. But again, it's Ruru who's able to clear it away. Renata just inside the half. Plummer now moves it on. Scrafton out the back door. And Akira Ioane gets the ball, gets away from the tackle too of Aoaki. And now Lamb out on the wing. Drops it onto his foot, loses it. And Awaki fires the ball in field. Stevenson, well, he sees a lot of open space at the back. Not quite the angle that he was looking for, though. Low trajectory kick, and not a bad one from Telia. Puts it out just short of halfway.
Yeah, well, Harbour will be probably happy with that. Akira Ioane, again, breaking through a number of tackles and setting up AJ Lamb. Harbour getting the turnover and Stevenson finding that space in the backfield again.
So Luteru Tolai, and that's not a great throw, didn't look straight. The referee's going to let it go. And Auckland maybe just a little aggrieved there that he didn't get a scrum fee, but Harbour have it. Trying to break down now this very good Auckland defence. Pierce, nice little no-look pass and skills too from Heighton, getting it away to Tolai. Hall gets the ball, he gets Ioane, and Ioane gets the ball. And now Pierce is penalised. Well, some really good work there from Akira Ioane.
He's been exceptional, hasn't he, with ball in hand this time on defence. His
Ioane
timing
has been
perfect
exceptional.
as Bryn Hall picks the ball up. He was on him like a rash and ripped it off him, regained it. And then, unfortunately, Jacob Pearce. So we see the replay. Look at that timing. Attacks it, rips it, gets back onto his feet. And then Jacob Pearce, from an offside position, thought the ball was out, but it wasn't. Auckland with the penalty.
There's the points table. Auckland coming into this game with a 1-point advantage. Top four, Auckland, Waikato, Tasman, Wellington, Canterbury. Well and truly, in fact, Canterbury, I'd say that's one of the worst performances we've seen from them for a while. Bay of Plenty were very good. Canterbury probably lucky not to be docked a point for the way they played. They just didn't get it going at all. Bay of Plenty, it's not the best result for Harbour because it moves them away at the bottom of the table. Still, but, it's a 10-week round robin. Still plenty to go.
You know what?
Well, this might be a problem here, Millsy, if he has to go off.
I don't see the game between Bay of Plenty and
It's just a bit of blood around
Canterbury,
his eye.
but
So he's going to get that cleaned up.
given the scoreline, I would have docked him
Well, we've
myself.
spoken about Jonathan Ruru, and if there's ever a man that could be called a half forward, he's it. He acts like a loose forward at the best of times. He's outstanding in his core roles as a halfback, but I reckon he'd back himself to throw a dart.
I think we saw Joe Webber throwing in today down in Tauranga, just like the old days when the wingers used to throw the ball in. All the hookers started complaining that just weren't getting enough attention.
I tell you what, a lot of guys at training say it's not that hard. And I said, you wait till you're under the bright lights and you've got to throw one in. So here's someone's opportunity.
Oh, I think that's going to try and get him back out there. Here we go. Draw last year. And before that, I think Auckland had a good win the year before.
Let's not forget 2017, last time we were here.
Well, that's true.
57-10.
Yeah, that's right. They have been
Auckland have won 7 of
few
the
and
8
far between in the last 10 or so
matchups
years, but that was a
of this nature.
absolute
Whereas Auckland, North Harbour, North
resounding
Harbour,
win.
Auckland.
57 to
Auckland
10.
have won 7 out of 8 of them.
2017, that was.
Sure was, TJ. I remember it fondly.
Yeah, Auckland had won 6 before that. So what's going to happen? I think we've got a problem for Harbour as well. I don't think
Oh, that's odd.
Jack Heighton's looking
Don't
too
usually
good.
get
Mills.
Domino's
Yeah,
put in that call
very
through
groggy at
here.
the moment. He's just
Reminding you that
walking off.
it's on the way, etc.
He's looking like he's going to be replaced by Michaele Tu'u.
Yeah, this is Antonio Michaele Tu'u, the twin brother of Marino.
So
He had a very strong game when they
I
did
have a funny
Tasman here.
feeling. 3 minutes left. The delivery expert.
Seni Fiangai,
I don't know why they call him that.
compressed line out.
Fucking college kids.
And Ioane rises to the challenge. Choke. man from the Waitemata Club, captain of Auckland for the night.
There's a bit of a new feature.
Forward they come. Plummer. And it goes to the other flanker, Gibson. Scrafton with the carry. Scott Scrafton. A bit of help there from Hamish Dalzell. Here's the replacement hooker, Soseni Fleangai. Rudu switching play nicely. Zahn Sullivan. And little deflected kick there to Stevenson. And the referee was playing advantage. Harbour had crept up offside.
Number 6.
I think it was Ethan Roots playing Dalzell off the ball.
Tackling a player with
He
the
expected him
ball.
to get the ball, and he hit him, but he didn't.
Oh my
And
god.
so he played him off the ball, and the ref saw it.
That bullshit's almost a
This
yellow
could be a
card
good
right
chance
there,
for
actually.
Auckland to extend their lead just before the break as well. They've just been building nicely.
Yeah, there's Ethan Roots. Yeah, Dalzell, I thought he'd actually assisted the ball carrier, but he came reeling away from it a bit, and that was the consequence of a shot from Ethan Roots.
Well, he takes it on his shoulders, does Ethan Roots, to be the forward pack enforcer. He saw an opportunity to light someone up, but unfortunately got it a little bit wrong. Just a sign of the aggression in this game and the wear and tear is Auckland taking the 3 points rather than going to the corner, I think, giving the big fellas a rest just to settle things down for a big second 40.
Yeah, this would frustrate Harbour because they've had some ball, they've had some attacking positions on the field, just haven't really been able to add. They've had a couple of problems at set piece. And here's Plummer and strikes that one nicely. And so Auckland extend their lead, 15-6, inside the last minute of the first half here at North Harbour Stadium. You mentioned Harbour have had, as we've talked about, some problems at line out. The other problem for them at set piece, there's only been 3 scrums in the game. They haven't had an opportunity in an area where I think they feel
I'll be back.
This time they go short with the restart.
Halftime snack just arrived.
Taken
So,
cleanly, and that's in fact
yeah.
offside.
Uh
So
oh,
they do get an opportunity
Offside.
just before half time
doesn't sound very
to
good.
have the final say here, Harbour.
Yeah, and it looks like Bryn Gatlin has suggested they go for the 3, and why not with a man of his boot, which would make Harbour a lot happier going into the break to be just down by 6. They've had plenty of opportunities, but they probably haven't had the punch
Ugh.
in attack as Auckland have shown, as we see just offside. Unfortunately, was touched by the Auckland player and rebounded back into another one.
Yeah, it was Zahn Sullivan, it was. I think Telia came in, tried to
Bingo.
grab it. Gatlin lines it up. And the way you were talking, James, you're pretty confident he's going to knock this over.
Oh, look, I jinxed him here a few weeks ago, so I've probably done it again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gats.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, pal, there's a thing called the curse of the commentator, and you learn it pretty quickly in this game. Let's see if you've got it. Bryn Gatlin for the final word in the first half. No problem. He's too good. Bryn Gatlin, 15-9 the score at the break. Auckland lead by 6 in the Battle of the Bridge.
Dalton's training up his little bro.
Moment of truth. Cody, all right? Dalton obviously makes it look
Hang on a second. There we go. Ooh. Half time. Auckland's done fairly well over North Harbour, but in saying that, North Harbour's doing okay over Northland as well. Hey, Blacklight. I'm doing good, thank you, buddy. I've got a little bit of time to chat with you lot before the second half comes in. So yeah. Cheesy garlic pizza, southern fried chicken bowls, and aioli. A Coca-Cola to wash it down, a ginger beer. Yep. I better get me some music rolling. Random. Yeah. Hang on. The All Blacks are good at the moment, Black. That game is next week, and this one's original game around New Zealand. Auckland basically playing, well, Auckland Central playing Auckland West, basically. So Auckland's got the 2 tries, takes them to 15. One of them was unconverted. And North Harbour's got 3 penalties, which gives them to 9, and Auckland got another penalty just before half time. Pretty much a home game for both teams. There's no such thing as home game advantage in this one. Melbourne Storm fan? Nice. Melbourne Storm are actually a good team, to be honest. A nice little spice in these things. Southern fried chicken balls. Oh, Auckland also had 1 yellow card in the first half, which basically just means someone ended up being taken out of the game for 10 minutes. So got a little bit more break time, but yeah. Anyway, how are you, Black? Others in the chat. Hello, how are you? Good, thanks. No yellow card, -1 man for 10 minutes. So the Auckland team lost a guy for 10 minutes. In rugby, yellow cards are a lot more than a warning. They're what's referred to as a sin bin, which means if that happens again, you're likely to get a red card, and I don't want you on my field. But yeah, they're a lot more serious.
2, 3, 4.
And all this music is by Go Fish, who is not present in the chat tonight, unfortunately, but yeah. Yeah, in soccer, a yellow card is a warning. In rugby, it's not.
As well as what you wanted. What
Let's hear what the coach has to
We
say.
just need to keep it really simple. I suppose a bit of a pre-call because it's nice and noisy out there. But if the boys back there, I suppose skill set and execution, then things will go right.
Exactly, Luck.
You're showing a bit of continuity though. What's the next message to be able to win this game?
Mate, we just need to win the height and the carry, the tackle, the clean out, and hopefully come more time and scrum time, we can put them in the dungeon.
Go well, mate.
Cheers, Mills.
You feel like it was a good start. Your game sort of somewhat stalled after that yellow card. What's to go there?
I think after the yellow card, we sort of needed to slow the game down and try and control the pace of the game, but also try and play in the right areas of the field. North Harbour bringing a lot of heat defensively and putting us under pressure to contain quick ball.
What do you need to close this game out?
Oh, we just need to be more urgent, a little bit of the same in the first half, and just making sure we're playing the right part of the field and take the opportunities.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
So nothing in it. Auckland have scored 2 tries though, and they have defended very well, proving very difficult to break down. There is Felo Tiatia walking out back onto the field. Plenty of action on the bank. And looks like a Harbour Auckland game going on up there too. I got a couple of Blues jerseys.
Two of the best jerseys going around those.
Well, these jerseys are great. These are one-offs. These
young
for both teams.
kids
Barfoot
having
and
a
Thompson and
little bit of
shout
a
out to
rugby
Peter
game
Thompson,
on
who's
the
just such a
embankment
great
too.
supporter, not just of rugby, other sports. But the Barfoot and Thompson netball centre here on the shore, but they've got these special edition jerseys for the Battle of the Bridge. There it is there, and they look real smart. And so a big shout out to the great supporters of the game in the Super City.
Yes, absolutely. And they've got Auckland side of the bridge on their jersey and the Harbour side of the bridge on Harbour's jersey. And when they stand together side by side, they connect.
Excuse me.
Haven't got a cycle path on it yet.
Here we go.
It's coming.
Second half about to kick off.
Who knows when? So 15-9.
There you go. Let's play some rugby.
Bryn Gatlin starts the second half here in Albany. Scott Scrafton going up, receiving the kickoff. Jonathan Ludu, who's been a standout in this game, firing the pass back. Harry Plummer rather hurriedly, just banging it off down the middle of the park. Gatlin waiting for it, and Sean Stevenson is there. Takes it into contact on halfway, lays it back for Bryn Hall.
Your commentators tonight, Tony Johnson
Jacob Pearce
and his sidekick,
yeah,
Justin Marshall. I believe it's Justin Marshall tonight. And it looks like you've got an Exall back on the sideline.
Cruising runner like his twin brother playing in the back line. So still playing under advantage here as the ball goes out to James Little. And as he's isolated, they'll come back for the penalty.
Yes, they tried to hold Jacob Pearce up there. Did Auckland And as they fell awkwardly on the Harbour side and blocking that speed and momentum of that breakdown ball and rightfully getting penalised there.
Oh, TJ, you mentioned
North Harbour
Michael
is
Tu'u.
kind of West
He's on
Auckland.
there. Jack Hyton, he's
And
failed his HIA.
Auckland is Auckland Central.
No other
kind of
changes though,
stuff.
guys.
Here is Antonio Michaeli Tu'u. Coming out of Hawke's Bay to join Harbour.
Yeah, that's where that
Bad
player's
news
gone.
for Jack Hyton. And Jacob Pearce wins the line.
good reason
out.
we
So
let
they
him
were
go.
talking about the line out at halftime, and now that forward drive that they really weren't able to get going in the first half, making progress, still going ahead, edging forward on the 22s. Now Hall comes away with it. Tigoro Tuma is there. Choate, who's made about 1 million tackles in this game already. Now Roots coming at him is Hamish Dalzell. Change of angle. Oh, beautiful change of angle.
There we go.
Little. Oh,
Harbour's got a
right
try.
into his ankle. James Little scores.
You little beauty, James Little. What a line. A great ball from Hall. He sliced and diced the Auckland defence with a nice little late swerve.
I know what she'd like to
finish
have
it
for
off.
Christmas.
Ball up here, great line just from a blind angle, goes through them, goes to the last defender. Exciting stuff to start the second 40.
Oh, how good. Take a bow, you forwards, though. The momentum started from their line out. They fixed that department. And he got a beautiful line, didn't he? He just got in front of Hamish Dalzell,
Jesus.
and it was an
These are
out
good
to
and
in
spicy,
line
these little chicken balls.
by Little, and under he goes. Well done.
He's had a tough night defensively, but he's bounced back with ball in hand to kick things off. As we see,
Oh.
Nick Mayhew looks like he's down in back play too.
Can't
So
hardly
they
see
did
it.
that with a man down.
Oh well.
Well, Brent Gatlin, who someone obviously said something to him before he lined up the kick. There was a bit of a smile, then he stepped back and he's put it between the uprights, and in a flash, Harbour have taken the lead. As Nick Mayhew,
By 1 point, mind.
oh, he's had some terrible problems with injury, and off he goes. That's a blow for Harbour. They quickly replaced him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have TJ. They replaced
Gonna
him
be
with
slightly
McElroy.
late.
He's in jersey number 17.
Bad news for Nick Mayhew. McElroy's a player. He's making people sit up and pay attention. Young prop,
Pretty
so
much
he's
black
on
light.
early in the second half. So Harbour had
Pretty
the
much.
lead.
It's what Domino's calls Southern
So
Fried
important to
Chicken.
score first in the second half after a first 40 in which not a lot went right for them. They've just hung in there through the goal kicking of Gatlin, and now they're in front. And Hall goes to the skies. Tigoro Tuma giving chase and not taking it cleanly in very difficult circumstances with Zahn Sullivan. Might have been knocked on by a Harbour player though. And so Auckland get a chance to use it. Plummer swings it wide. Well, here's the man who can get things going forward for them again. Akira Ioane, nice offload away to Lamb. He also keeps it alive, and now standing down the right to Moa Manu, the kick ahead.
Oh, come on.
And so too did Bryn Hall. He needs some support. But
Kicked it
Auckland
ahead,
there,
lost
and they
it.
get the penalty.
Harbour
Oh, through
pulled
the
it up
skipper,
and
Adrian
Auckland get
Choate, I think it
penalty.
was.
who would have
He's got
guessed?
10 turnovers, sitting third on that leaderboard.
Thank you.
He can make it 11 after that one. Huge effort from the skipper of Auckland and puts them in a great position to potentially go to the corner and get their half underway.
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
a
say go to
build-up
corner
work
or go to
Kiri
goal.
Ioane. Lamb
It
as
doesn't
well.
look like they're that
AJ
far
Lamb
out from
getting
the
some
goal.
nice offloads when they didn't win that battle in the tackle. And then a kick through from Manu. As you say, Chipper, gee, the skipper, he's gotten wide over that, hasn't he?
It's going to the corner.
Look at their
Oh,
Bryn Hall doing the work to get back, but just didn't get support in the time, and that's just great strength. Good wide base, attacking the ball, has all the rights to it.
Well, now Auckland have a chance to force the issue from a line out. Just lost the lead. Can they get it back? Scrafton is the target, pulls it down. And, Auckland, well, there's no one to shove against there.
it'd
for
still be a little
it's
bit
all
late,
left.
luck, because Evie would give you my
And it's
PO box,
static
and
possession.
yeah,
So no success.
A couple of
with the
days
line-out
after
drive.
Christmas, I'm looking to go up
They give it to big
to
Hamish
Auckland. So,
Dalzell.
yeah.
Akira Ioane. Well, they chop him down before he gets any momentum up. There's the ball, though.
Excuse me.
James Lay over it. Going in to make the tackle was Jacob Pearce. So Harbour having to defend their line. But
Thank
there's a
you.
little knock on in there. So Harbour survive an examination of their forward defence.
And the pats on the back going to the big fella up front, Gerard Kelly Tuioti, who obviously forced an error.
This stuff is
He's
beautiful.
big, he's strong in defence, and he's leading the way. Here, look at that. He's all over the ball and rips it out and forces the error. And they go to
Absolutely
a
beautiful.
set-piece platform that they're very confident with, the Harbour, and potentially could look to hold it in here and earn themselves a penalty to piggyback themselves up the park.
They have had that change in the front row. Nick Mayhew, who is immensely strong, he's gone. But this young fella here, Teague McElroy, making
Hey, Nico.
a good impression.
I mean, this one will be a penalty. Sorry.
Basically, you're
Another
listening
big
to
unit,
the
isn't he?
Fine.
North Harbour versus Auckland rugby game.
Set.
Well, you heard the ref there. He just warned Auckland, if they overlean, it will be a
Much better,
penalty,
please. That was good.
but they might get a bit of leeway with the new man on.
Yeah, I need those
and
feet up,
McElroy.
please. Don't go straight to ground.
Marcel Renata with a short bind there, really looking to take control of the new
As
man
you
onto
can
the
probably
park.
tell, it's a tight game.
Is that fair?
They're taking their time. So
Crouch.
Renata, it is against McElroy on this side.
Set.
Ball pops it in. And Auckland trying to get a shove on here, but illegally.
Thank you, far side.
Well, that is great work from the young man. He got underneath the chest
Elbow down, Clepsy.
of Marcel Renata and drove
Front
him
row
up and
collapsing.
popped him and forced a good weight pressure from behind and got the penalty as we predicted. It's a weapon they've used all year to get themselves out of trouble, and they do it again. But now they go to a set-piece platform that
Why haven't the other
needs a little
teams
bit of work
figured
as
that
Auckland
out
keep that
yet?
in.
Yeah, you've got to carry it, and you've got to. This has been clearly defined in recent times because there's been so much discussion about it. If you're going to stand outside the field of play and bring the ball back in, you have to be holding it in your land.
I actually might have got that one wrong. It looks like James Lay was penalised for pulling down on the other side on that replay.
It's all right, mate. We'll forgive you. You failed your curse of the commentator test.
Hey,
with the goal kicking
budget.
horribly, but other than that, you're doing well, James Parsons. But
Good morning, buddy.
Luteru Tolai just got himself a bit isolated, but the arm's gone out again from Richard Kelly. And so Harbour playing under advantage, really coming back into the game. Little chip kick into a space in the centre of the park. Tamua Manu's got that, so they'll come back for the penalty.
Well, TJ, we spoke about the stats at half-time. Penalties conceded, now climbing to 10. And it's really keeping Harbour in the game, and it's also releasing a lot of pressure.
Unfortunately,
out of their
Auckland are
half.
getting more penalties.
And here we go, the double blow.
Yeah, we're starting to get a number of penalties against you now.
I'm not even sure what team I'm supporting, to be honest.
Then we had 5
The winner.
on the side of them all.
That's the one I'm supporting.
We didn't believe so. We're about to go under pressure, so I'd say keep the discipline, please. Otherwise, you might find someone else going to do.
Don't stay under your rock for too much longer.
Just have a look
Get
here.
yourself a cup of
Where is
coffee and come and join
Dalzell?
us.
As he come from the side, it kind of broke up, didn't it?
5 coming around the side.
Well, it's a pretty clear directive, though, by Richard
I
Kelly.
probably
to
should have
Adrian
Eva up
Joe.
here. Shit
They could see
talking
someone else
me
if
as
they
well,
don't
eh?
sort it out. So no doubt they'll make the adjustments.
Well, speaking of adjustments, Jared Adams in jersey 17 for Auckland. He's replacing number 1, James Lay.
Two new props. Jacob Pearce has been the main man. Well, Dalzell's got up and almost managed to get hands on that, but Taramai brings it down. Sione Mafileo puts the head down. They come at him. And, well, again, Hall making a song and dance out of it, but eventually they get it away on the right. A good strong carry from Ethan Roots. Harbour really starting to find a bit of a gear in the second half now. They come hard at McElroy.
Oh,
He
God.
carries well, and
Harbour's
now
got
Ethan Roots.
up to the
They're
next
just
gear.
10 metres away from the line here, Harbour. Hall, little snipe on the short side, gives it away.
Come on,
Roots
Harbour.
again. In fact, it's Jacob Pearce
Come
with
on.
the carry this time.
What, 23,
Waiting for
24
it,
from
Muffy
the
Leo, and there he is,
goal
the big
line.
bopper. Good strong carry from the Blues prop. That's a real check, though. And having to go back and claim it was Ethan Roots. He's done so.
You're
They've
lucky
lost
it's
ground.
basically
Back
the
to
same
10 metre
city.
mark they go. Now Dylan Hunt has a run. And worked his way past a couple of would-be defenders there too. So they get the front foot back. Now Gatlin
Oh,
sliding the kick through. And Plummer's got time
excuse
to
me.
make a better angle. Skies the kick down the touchline. And not into touch. Or eventually it does go into touch. It bounced in. Gatlin had just got a bit awkward and he wanted to keep it in play but couldn't.
Yeah, well, a great reply from
Toxic.
Plummer, but I
I
like the
have
option
no idea what you've just
from
said.
Bryn Gatlin
Apart
to put
from
it on
Viva
the foot.
Spanner,
But a
which
kick
I
is only as good
mean,
as its
which I'm
chase,
guessing
and no Harbour
is
men came through to put any pressure on Plummer,
go France
which allowed him
or in
time
support of.
to get the
No,
angle
sorry, in support of
that he wanted, and
Spain.
look at the distance he's made out
Spain
of
is
that.
not playing today.
It's turned out to be a heck of a kick,
Spanner
isn't
is
it?
not playing today.
It looked for a moment as if it wasn't going to go out. You just think too that
This is
every time you get into the
Rugby
opposition
Union.
22, you want to get something because this is
I'm not
tight
much
game.
with the.
Tolai again, Auckland challenging. That time it was Dalzell. The lineout's been a real problem.
I'm not much with
4 or 5
football
now
or
have
soccer,
gone against the throw.
whatever one
Harbour.
it's called.
Auckland have it on halfway. That time it was big Hamish Dalzell. Kick down towards Stevenson, takes it. Time to have a look over his shoulder and gets a nice ball away to Awaki. Oh, here's Little off on another gliding run. Then the offload wasn't tidy, but they've got it.
Yeah,
Hall
for
was
me to
looking
start
for someone
making
to
big
run off
money,
him.
I need to
Couldn't
start
quite
getting
connect
big
with
numbers.
Aseli Tikorotuma, who now has to go in and play halfback. Little's now starting to find some holes. Tolai put on the ground by Scott Scrafton. And kicking away is Gatlin. Nicely collected, though, by Zahn Sullivan. He puts one high, very high.
That is a hell of a high kick.
Nicely coming forward. Oh, brilliantly done.
North
by
Harbour
Hall.
got
Took
it.
coolly in the air and then slipped the offload away to Tiko Ratuma. Now Hall. Another kick from Gatlin. Saw space in behind. And he's going to drive them back inside the 22.
Well
Hasn't
inside
gone-
the
yes, it has gone
22.
into touch. Well, so seeing some
Well
very
inside.
good tactical kicking in this game.
Oh, outstanding. He's been a big part of the resurgence of their season, has Bryn Gatlin, and his game management, when to run, when to kick, has been exceptional the last 3 weeks, and he's continuing it on here again tonight.
Harbour, though their record at home is to be respected. Auckland, though, win the line out. And Harry Plummer, let's see what distance he can get out of
You're
this.
right,
This
Luck.
time bangs it
Rich
straight
and
down
friends.
to Stevenson. And
Online
he
and
goes.
in real life.
Change of direction.
Blessed to have each and
Slippery
every one
customer,
of you
Stevenson.
guys.
Tikora Tuma now. Big charging run from Murphy. Taramai. Harbour again pressing forward, getting some momentum into their attack. Pick and go from Taramai. Now Hall clears it away. Michaeli
So hardly a
goes
crowd
hard
at this
the
game, to be
loose
honest.
forward combination.
It was-
Choate and Gibson look after him. Now here's Pearce with the carry.
Just under 2/3 full at McLean Park today.
Getting a Finau involved. Ioane and coming for Hall. Has a look one way, then the other. Tolai quickly through the hands. Almost intercepted, but space now for Taramai.
Oh, come on.
Being
Oh,
able to
you.
collect it. There was Thomas Awaki. There was a try going begging there.
There's a
And
try
now a high
begging.
shot.
And
Will
what
be a
happened
relieving penalty for Auckland.
was they dropped the
Oh,
ball and
exceptional
let
ball
Auckland
from
take it.
Gatlin to Taramai. and it was just the final pass. He had a man outside him too, but it was just behind him. He bobbled it, knocked it on, and then we talk about relieving penalties. This is certainly one for Auckland.
Well, it was one of those things, wasn't it? Tamora really had to
Tell
make
you
a
what.
decision whether he was going to go
Next time
for
All
that
Blacks
intercept,
play
and he just
Spain,
hesitated, and that's probably
I'll
perhaps what left Oake behind.
do
He
that
got
game.
left behind by Taramai, and Taramai's pass, here we go, he breaks through. He just had to adjust, and it was back, but you feel he should have caught that ball.
They had them
Thank you,
really
Black.
stretched, and you just wonder, mark that down, what was it, 55 minutes? Not going to be that many opportunities, you'd feel, the way this game's panning out. That wasn't straight. And at last, the calls from Harbour, which have gone up after just about every line-out, are answered.
Yeah, well, it's normally that man, Bryn Hall, that is making those calls, so he'll probably mark that down as a win. But it was just slightly not straight, and an area for both sides now, the line-out. As we watch there, good movement from Scrafton.
Yeah,
Clear
that was off.
good height in the throw, just not
Major thing.
as straight as they'd like. But a great opportunity here for Harbour.
Yeah, that's for
Again,
sure, Black.
Scrum's going well. Perfect platform to strike off. Get that front foot ball going.
You do get the feeling that the next try in this game is going to be very influential on the outcome.
And if you pay careful attention to Haka, you can feel whether the opposing team might be in trouble or not.
Harbour's line-out hasn't been great. Their scrum has been very good, and they're using it now as a weapon to try and win penalties, but this time he wants a reset. Auckland are not exactly getting overpowered here, but Harbour do seem to have an edge.
Well, they're doing well on the initial hit, but the weight that's coming through from the back five and the Harbour pack, transitioning it through those three big men up front, is probably second to none in this competition, and that's where they're getting the rewards in those second
Yeah,
and third
that
shots.
is not a light team, by the
It's an
way.
area where Harbour have got some depth too, front row. Of course, Carl Tuinukuafe off with the All Blacks. You put him in a front row with Sione Mawheleo, and someone is going to feel it, aren't they? But he's away. Nick Mayhew and now Teague McElroy doing the business on that loose head side.
There we go.
They try another shove. No. Taramai takes it off the back, clatters him to choke, but he stood firm on everything they've thrown at him today. Hunt, he's got past one and takes the second line of defence to stop him. Carly Tuioti now, nice little change of direction there. Quick ball for Bryn Hall. They look to go wide. Mikaeli Tu'u stepping out of a tackle out of Inga Finau. Looks like he felt that one a little bit too. Pierce flying at him was Blake Gibson. And Auckland players having to get themselves out of there. And Carly Tuioti, well, there was almost a chance for an offload away to
Oh,
who felt he was taken out. Again, stabs through from Gatlin. Awkward at the back for Lamb.
you
Fires the ball
feel
across
some of
though,
these tackles for
and
sure.
Sullivan, who's
Feel
got
some
a
of
pretty
these
cool head on young
tackles.
shoulders, gets a nice touch finder away up
Ooh.
towards the 10.
They're heavy.
Yeah, again, the grubber, there's certainly space in behind there, but he probably wants one of his fast wingers chasing onto that to put better pressure on. Lamb pretty calm there, feeding Sullivan with an educated left boot there and gets them back out to the 40.
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic, Millsy, because when they did keep ball in hand, they scored a try.
Yeah, you just feel perhaps Gatlin just wanting to just keep that pressure on. Auckland forced the mistake, but certainly some confidence at the back from Auckland.
Yeah,
Again, a real
That-
contest in the
that's
air, but
part of the
Taramai
haka.
comes away with it.
part of what the
And
heart
choke.
is meant to
Oh,
be.
he's made some tackles, pick and go through the middle. Gerard Carly Tuioti
Not meant to
Hall
be
is
a
there, rifles it away. McElroy, who's a strong
dance.
carrier, trying to rip it off him was Ioane, couldn't do
meant to
so.
be a
Taramai
challenge.
again. Asking
Acknowledge
real questions of this
the
Auckland
previous
defence. It's
players
been
and
so
four
good
players
this
that went
season.
before them and
Now,
challenge
you
the
just gotta
team to
work for every
come
metre.
meet them.
That's why you start to wonder, is kicking the right tactic? Well, this time Gatlin runs, trying to thread his way through. and almost lost possession. Now they have. And turnover, kicked away by Finau, and not a great kick either, because Stevenson's got it, shooting across field, trying to get around them, and he's made some space here for Aoaki off the pass from Murphy Taramai. Play really around the middle of the field at the moment.
Yeah, basically no man's land at the moment.
Made on him, but they recycle for the inside ball. Here's Stevenson. Beautiful ball away to James Little. He's taken on the 10-metre mark. It's there for Hall. Auckland trying to dispute possession. Now Pierce. It's a miracle ball away to Tiko Ratuma. How did he do that, the big lock? Some real skill in this game. Hall brings
Holy
it back to
crap,
the open
yeah.
side, and
I
McAvoy
agree there,
winds up.
Tony Johnson.
Met by good, solid defence, though. Renato was on the tower. He's given away the penalty, though. Right in kickable range again, and I think he's going to the bin here.
We've got someone needed to the bin.
Oh, yes,
Yep.
Renato. It really looked quite unnecessary, and now it's going to cost his team.
Well, they'd been warned, and he stood to his word, as Richard Kelly, and an interesting choice here with the game and the balance. Plenty of time to play. They could really mount some pressure by going to the corner here, Harbour.
I'll tell you what, he was just about to get replaced as well by Fipole 8. So it'll be to the drawing board for the
Someone
coaches.
went to
Auckland
sleep.
looking to make those changes now.
You don't
too.
go to the sin bin with
Harlem
being awake.
He'll be on for Hamish Dalzell in jersey 5.
No, it's fine. I just
And Simon Hickey, jersey 22. He's on for Inga Finau.
And the ref is having a good chin
Yeah,
wag to one of
he
the players
Took a
about the
bit of a
decision.
bump, making a tackle about 4 or 5 minutes ago.
What are we doing, guys?
So that's not a good end to his Auckland debut.
Excuse me.
What's the call here?
Numbers, this guy here.
There's Simon Hickey, whose brother
Does he
was
want to
in
do it
great
now?
form last night down south.
Five now.
Playing
Mhm.
for
Number 5,
Otago
please.
this year.
His brother was in great form.
Two very talented players who, well, Jono was a good cricketer, played for Northern Districts, and Simon was pretty useful, you tell me, James, when he was young.
He was exceptional at King's College. He was
Yeah.
both sides, footy and cricket. He could have chosen either path, but he went down the rugby path.
How about that for
Um,
score? 44 to 8.
Not just that, she's been really busy IRL,
Magpies, well,
and
Ranfurly Shield
someone
ain't
else has
going
been
anywhere
there that
today.
hasn't
Too
wanted to
good for
move
the
on.
Turbos,
So
who made
yeah.
a good start. Tomorrow, Tasman need the points in Nelson against Southland. The wobbles a bit, the defending champions. Counties Manukau against Wellington. Again,
I would
that's
love
an
to see
important
that
one too.
game.
Wellington currently in 4th place.
Hey,
Premiership,
there's the whistle. Time's back on.
Look at it at the moment. Well, if Auckland were to lose it, I'm not saying they're going to, but if they were, that would be a chance for Waikato to go top of the table.
It would, but Harbour won't be counting their chickens before they hatch. But I love the attitude, a crucial moment in the game. They know that 7 points will be more effective than 3. So a great opportunity.
Well, they're going to commit Auckland to a full line out too. Remember, a player down and up. There you go, and it's Roots who takes it down. And remember, it's 8 on 7 up front. Kelly Tuioti comes around, and they drive it on. Scrafton has to bail out.
North Harbour
Tulai's got it.
went from one maul into another maul.
Are
Are they going to penalty try? Yep, penalty try.
Strap yourselves in at home. We're in for a cracking finish. They've had a tough night, have Harbour, at line-out time, but they've just mauled themselves 15 metres to get what could be a crucial 5-pointer.
Luteru Tulai.
That was an
He finished
epic
it off,
maul.
Mills
5
rewarded
metres worth of
because it was an
flipping
easy shot at
maul.
goal for Bryn Gatlin.
Oh, gee, where they want.
Oh
And
my
how about the
word.
patience here from the forwards? You
North
said it,
Harbour
James.
21.
It hasn't been an easy
Auckland
night for them
15.
line-out time,
Auckland,
but gee,
a
they've
man
made it count
down
this
for
time.
10
Look
minutes
at the patience
again.
they've shown here. They splinter off, but Tulai at the back He
It's
keeps
rugby
calm and
time.
collective, and he gets
I'll
some
tell you as
resurgence
soon
for
as
his
they
men,
show
and
you.
over they go.
Is to show me.
Just that little moment when
They're
they broke
doing
away. I
replay
wonder
at
whether
the
the
moment of
referee is
the
going to have another look at that.
5 metre maul.
Well, the men up front did the business, and the hooker gets the spoils, and look at them, absolutely wrapped. The key now, though, is to settle themselves down at halfway and start again.
It's got
as Gatlin lines up
63
another kick.
minutes gone, so we are just over,
Brent
just
Gatlin,
under 20
3
minutes from
penalties,
finishing.
including that one before half time that kept his side in the hunt at the break.
Here you go.
Even though they were 2 tries down,
Gatlin
they
steps
were in
up.
striking distance. They've
Gatlin
scored
steps
2
up for the
tries
kick.
in the second half now. It's a 6-point
Walk right
lead.
through
Can
it,
he
my
make it
man.
8? Gatlin
And strides
with the
straight through
conversion
it.
and
Bingo.
just calmly bent over, picked up the tee, flung it away. 5 out of 5 for the night for Bryn Gatlin, and Harbour now have a 23-15 lead.
That's not good.
16
That
minutes
means
to play
Auckland is 1 man down.
now. Simon Hickey now with the restart, and that one getting close to the touchline.
So they're playing
Stevenson
with
is there.
14 men instead
Ethan
of
Roots fires
15.
up, and well, they try to hold him up here, and they've done a really good job. No, the referee says tackle, so they've got to put him on the ground. Awkward, and yeah, little knock on. Well, they didn't do that all that well. Harbour,
Little knock
they
on.
needed a good exit,
Right.
but Scrafton got in there and disrupted, and in the end, it's going to be a scrum for an Auckland team that, of course, is a man down.
Yep, absolutely. But you just want to settle things down when you score points like that. Little bit of emotion there. They got caught up high, maybe panicked a little bit and forced the knock on. But anyway, back to scrum, and those 2 men there. There's no 2 locks that love scrumming more than those 2, and a big reason why they go so well.
Well, Fepulea, he's going on the scrum. Kira Ioane's come off, of course. Renata, he's in
I
the
don't
bin, so
know.
they've had to swap that.
Yeah, so they're a loose forward down now.
About 15 minutes out from
And-
finish.
No doubt the scrum will come under pressure. This is one area of the game where Harbour have had a clear advantage. So they've got Gibson packing down at 8, and AJ Lamb has gone
Oof.
into the scrum.
Collapsed.
Still just under 6 minutes to go with Marcel Renata.
Domino's
In the
Southern
bin,
Fried
although-
Chicken.
You just wonder whether he will
Uh,
reappear, because he was about to be subbed, as
Right.
Muliaina said before he went off.
You make sure you take the hit.
So you can
Is that
see
fair?
Marco Fepuliai on this side, and Jared Adams on the far side.
Some
for
lovely
Auckland.
aioli to go along with it.
A big scrum this. If they can get the ball out of here, Auckland, then they've got a chance. But look at the shove from Harbour.
Yeah,
Auckland going into reverse.
yummy for sure.
Picked up in the end by Gibson. He did pretty well. And now
Oh.
Scott Scrafton takes it to the 22.
Auckland's
He
got the
loses it,
ball,
though,
and
that's
North
a real
Harbour are
win for Harbour.
scrambling to try and stop them.
Oh, that's outstanding from the big fella. I think Jacob Pearce went in for the tackle and was aggressive around the ball.
Good.
He's a man who's high up in the turnover stat 7 already.
4.5 minutes
That he's won
remaining
so
in
far
the
this season.
yellow card.
You see lock on
For
lock. He
Auckland.
loves that challenge, and look at him attack that ball beautifully.
Well, he's another second generation Harbour player. Father Scott Pearce was a
Excuse
very
me.
talented backline player. Played sevens for New Zealand. Very good centre. Pearce, he's a big man, isn't he?
He's an exceptional talent.
You can hear
He's
the
big.
Auckland
He
fans
loves scrumming, he loves
chanting.
lineouts, but more importantly, he's got some deft touches. We saw that offload earlier to Tikaro Tuma. He's great at getting
There's not a
turnovers
huge
at the
crowd at the
breakdown,
game, by
and
the
he's one of
way.
those players that if he just sees an option, he'll take it. He doesn't overthink
No, I swear
it.
there's
That's when
more
he's at his
Auckland
best.
fans than North Harbour.
Dr. Mayhew looking on. He's seen a few of these packed down over the years. And Harbour again.
Nah, collapse.
Often they look to drive the scrum away. Couldn't do it that time. Mick Alley too.
Collapse, but it was still good enough to take the ball and
He
run.
raised as he went into contact. Hickey, as he so often does, bounces back to his feet. Little glance over the top from Hall and a high one. Here's the chase. It's contestable. Collision in the air, but Harbour have got it back. And now Hall kicks again. That's not his best work, though.
All right, they're playing.
That was Sullivan able to take
I'll
it
kick
easily.
it to
He
you,
kicks
you
deep.
kick it back.
Oh, but not deep. Oh, that's a great kick in the air. Stevenson had to go all the way back to his goal line, but he beats defenders like he's shelling peas. It's just so easy for him. Hickey has it now.
Instead of I'll kick
We're
it,
in
you
for
kick
a
it,
really
I'll
good
kick it,
finish
you
to this
kick it,
game.
I'll
Hickey
kick it, you
finding an
kick it.
angle, but the ball holds up in play. Gatland is there, kicks it down the touchline, and the flag goes up just past the 22.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it. Bryn Hall would like to have that second box kick back. The first one was exceptional. Gatland chasing. Who else gets up in the air, wins it back, and then maybe just a little bit rushed, and then Sullivan put in a well-judged kick with some great tactical kicking from Hickey to the corner, which has led us here.
Sosini Feangai off the top.
We have
Hickey
just
fires
over
the
10
pass out
minutes
to the middle of
remaining.
the park. So
And 2 minutes
right on
into
the
the yellow
22
card.
here now. Almost into the last 10 as the ball's floated right
Oh,
forward.
hey.
Watching it.
They got a
Talia
penalty.
hit that at speed, but they'll come back. It was a great pass in every aspect, apart from the fact that it just drifted forward.
Yeah,
Just slightly
I
similar
figured
to
it was a
Stevenson's
forward
earlier
pass.
in the game, just forward out of the hands, as we see there. And then Talia, he does get stopped by Stevenson, but he looks good with ball in hand. Crucial time in the game here. A good opportunity for Harbour to go back to their big men, potentially milk a penalty again just to relieve some tension.
excuses.
They'll be wanting that man
Yeah,
there.
23-15. That
Sione
is not
Mafaleo
a small
to
gap.
stay on. There's no doubt about that.
Time's off.
We're
Well,
just so
no, time is off, sorry. And
An
there's
outstanding
1 minute
scrummage.
30
Two
left in
trophies
the
up for grabs here
yellow
tonight, as well as
card.
the competition points. In the foreground, you've got the Battle of the Bridge Trophy, named after Brian Purdy, who was an outstanding fellow. He was an administrator. He'd made the New Zealand Council and took ill and died, and it was a tragic loss. And then the News Talk ZB Trophy in the back, that has been up for grabs a lot longer than the one in the foreground, which came in, I think it was about 2004, was first played for. Bryn Gatland, Harbour always looked to him. These two here, the Bryn brothers, used to be the Brown brothers, now it's the Bryn brothers, and Bryn Gatland having a strong hand here tonight.
Oh, he's been exceptional, as I said earlier, for the last 2 or 3 weeks in their game management and his kicking game, his running game, but his decision-making more than most of when to run and when to kick. He's brave as well. He'll attack the line. Look at that pass, exceptional to Taramai. And he's courageous. That's what you live off. He's had an exceptional game so far.
Auckland.
Mills are pretty important, haven't they, those two? That
Man, those
combination
fans
really
are
is
insistent
a
today.
strong suit for Harbour.
Well, Gatland's just come out, all guns blazing, hasn't he? In that second half, he's really taken the game by the scruff of the neck with his kicking, also his skill execution with the high ball as well. He's been outstanding tonight as Gatland.
Well, AJ Lamb not joining this scrum, and you know what's going to happen here. They win a penalty.
Thank you.
Well, it's just a go-to now. It's something that we've seen from the likes
They've
of the
got to
Crusaders
go
and the
to the
Canterbury
goal.
teams over the years, and
There's,
Harbour now.
there's no other way
are
they
working
can do it.
to
They've
perfection.
got to go for the
Well,
goal.
hugs all round for Sione Mafaleo. They know the shift he's putting in. He's a
10
big
seconds
fella. He
left
gets
in the
around
yellow
the park,
card.
70 minutes deep, still getting scrum penalties. It's an outstanding performance from him.
I'm going to get controversial here. I know we're going to talk about, I think probably for the Dwayne Monkley. Gatland, well, he'll be a contender, but if Mafileo is out there for the duration and Harbour do hang on to win, he's got to get a point.
Oh, look, I'll be with you there, TJ. A front rower getting points is outstanding in my book.
And Millsy, you'd agree with that, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, I'm going to talk about the substitutes coming on. Everyone in the front rowers.
Whoever's dealt with the yellow card breakfast
so
is
far. Come off well.
needing to take it down. Every set to 54.99. That is a bloody long time to be in the centre.
Taking it in to the forward pack. And they're going to try and close out the game this
They
way.
have taken it down right now. So, yeah.
Really good. The man who scored the try, Lieutenant Tolai, in the driver's seat at the back. And again, Auckland having to peel players off. No, they've made ground. Now, Jaltima, first touch for him. Gatlin now had to hang on to it.
Ooh.
Shot down by Timur Manu. And the ball's been lost. Well, they'll have another scrum, but I think Auckland, back to their full complement at scrum time now.
Yeah, you've seen Akira Ioane. He's snuck back on there, and he's replaced. Well, Rena Tahu was in the bin. He won't have any more action.
I don't know, we're a bit early to put the old dunny door up here, though. I think, James, it's... can you afford to just try and close the game out if you're Harbour?
No, you certainly cannot. They would have learnt from Southland. They tried to close it out from 3 minutes and paid the ultimate price with a last-minute penalty and lost down there in Invercargill. So I think you've seen statement there. They've gone to the maul and looked to attack. So I don't think they'll be closing the ship just yet.
Well, with Akira Ioane back on, packing down in the back of the scrum.
Evie, after the game, if you want to come up and join me, you can.
Twice.
After the game, after the full-time whistle.
Then it's all on. It's anyone's. Ioane.
And we'll just
taken it away and
close this out with a bit of banter and chat. So yeah.
Taking it forward is Scrafton. Akira Ioane now. Plummer it was with that run.
Oh, come on. Come on. Auckland. Bingo.
Can he get it down though? I think they've held him up.
Referee's calling. Held him up.
Well, great bust from Manu. Simon
Beautiful
bust on the back, but has he
that
scored?
just
If he has, it's
bam,
all on.
poof, straight across.
If he hasn't,
double check.
Tikara Tuma with a huge effort of not giving up on the play.
Yeah, our on-field decision is actually no try because we believe it's held up. So we're restarting with a 5-metre scrum, unless you can tell us otherwise, please.
Well, I don't know how much it tells
They've
you.
just
but
gone up top
haven't
for
gone back.
grounding check to make sure the ball was grounded.
Tuma there.
No,
Over he goes.
that was before, and oh, that was held up big time.
We'll see today.
That was held up big time. No try.
And with the new man, Tim Sale, who's been impressive as well in his debut season there, just to finish
Very
the job
well
off.
held up. Very well.
Tikara Tuma has won Super
Fair
Rugby
dues.
titles on the back of hard work and staying in the fight. He's done exactly that here tonight.
Yeah,
With 7
no
minutes
try.
to play, that's a massive effort.
that
from the
was
veteran.
a heck of an effort by
Oh,
Auckland.
just outstanding, wasn't it, for Tikara Tuma?
That player. Oh my
Threat's not
goodness.
over yet. No, there's a nice blind side there for Auckland.
Well, he was a try scorer in last year's Battle of the Bridge, a try saver.
But Auckland
Simon
now have a
Hickey
5-metre
denied.
scrum. And the 5-metre
Said
scrum
before, Jared
can
Page,
easily
with
turn
his try
into
scoring in
points.
recent weeks, was a bit unlucky to be left out, but Tikara Tuma has repaid there, but still Auckland with an opportunity for a vital try with 6 minutes to play here at
Let's
North
do
Harbour
this.
Stadium. Ioane off the back he goes. They come at him. Gatlin right in the thick of it. Roots trying to get hands on the ball. Now they'll have to line up on the white strip and defend their line. Scrafton going hard at them.
Holy crappers.
Akira Ioane
This is turning into a...
motioning as if he's going to pass, but no way. He's going to have a charge. Close to the
I wish I
post
could
they
show
are
some of the
too.
picture.
So
Right
sitting
now
Valo,
would be the best time to show it.
Gibson has a go. He's very close.
No,
Still
he's
denied.
really
This is
close.
resolute
He's within
defence from
10
Harbour.
metres.
But can they continue to hold out? Again, they go hard. At that time, it was replacement prop Jared Adams having a dig. Remember, you can't score against the base of the posts anymore. They've got to get it over the line. They're close. And they're over.
Bingo.
And who else but Akira Ioane scores the try.
Oh, well, I said strap yourself in. After Harbour scored, you're going to have to double lock now because Akira Ioane is no better man
And
to
Auckland's
have
got the
ball in
bonus
his hands
point.
that close to the line. He's been exceptional in all areas of the game, and he deserves the 5-pointer.
Oh, he had a bit of help too, didn't he? It was patient build-up from the Auckland side. You said it. She's game on, all right.
Yep.
Well, Harry Plummer
Conversion's good.
bangs over the conversion, wasted no time. Big Akira Ioane, he was released to play in this game. Teague McElroy was defending the line. But you're not going to stop that fellow. Not that close. Not when he's got his teammates shunting him over the line. 4.5 minutes to play. And it's a 1-pointer at
4.5
Stadium
minutes
in
to
the
play.
Battle of the Bridge.
Yeah, North Harbour made some changes
23,
too. Numbers 2
22,
and 3.
North Harbour in front.
Tulay and Mafaleo has been quite
Holy.
outstanding. Now being replaced by number 16.
Fuck!
Zane Turner and 18.
What a
Jimmy Ross.
game! What a dang game!
Well, Gatlin, will he put it deep?
Holy
Doesn't want to make any
crap.
mistake from the
He
restart.
better go deep.
To more
That's his
Manu.
best chance.
Back it goes Ruru. Well, not going to try and do anything too flash. Boots it downfield. And Gatlin will go high. Big floating high kick. No great chase though. That's one thing where they've let themselves down a little bit tonight. The kick chase. Zahn Sullivan. Well, he's absolutely hammered 7 bells out
Oh,
of that one. It's going to go too
that's
far,
gone
though.
dead in goal. Dead in
He's
goal.
going to learn the hard way here in Albany. I've seen it happen many a time to many an experienced player. So, unfortunately, it always rolls and kicks on towards that end of the ground. And it puts Harbour in a great position for a scrum platform to play from. We spoke about Invercargill. They tried to close it out with 3 minutes there when they were 1 point up. Hopefully they still look to play and put pressure on Auckland here.
Slightly different conditions.
Slightly, but same situation.
And it's the Battle of the Bridge. It's Auckland. This is a very, very important game. Auckland want to keep their lead. Harbour want to get themselves back into the hunt.
Time's off at
That's
76
it, really.
minutes
North Harbour.
in.
Less than
So,
4 minutes to go.
basically
and
4
their season
minutes.
is still alive. They win this and they keep going. The way they've played so far,
North Harbour
Scrum's been
deserve to
dominant
win
now. They're
and
right in the middle of the
keep
park.
going into
Who
competition.
they set up for a drop goal.
Keep going for the season.
Well, if there's a man to do it, Gatlin is the man for that job. He's done it for Harbour to win championships. He's done it for the Highlanders.
Oh my, Tony
doubt
Thompson
he's thinking
sounds
about
like he's
it.
straight and
Great
saying
position on
this
the
word.
field here. Lewis
These words.
Jaltima puts it in. This time it's Auckland trying to put the shunt on at scrum time, and they get the penalty.
Yes!
Well, here's the chance now for Auckland. They don't have to rush it too because there's still well over 2 minutes to play. Well, after really owning the scrum for most of the game, Harbour give away a penalty when they really can ill afford it, and they'll go to a line out now on the 10-metre mark in Harbour territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Good shunt there, just on the hook. Looks like the pressure's coming through the tight head side, through Adams, and he gets the reward with Harbour collapsing under pressure. Certainly they'll be wanting to watch their defence now.
Oh, great work at the line out though from Pierce, who went up and he grabbed it. And good work too from Dylan Hunt.
Yes, easy as
What a
cheeky
priceless
as
steal
hell.
that one is. They're into the last 2 minutes of the game.
There you go.
Jaltima.
Last
away
2
it
minutes
goes
of normal
to
time.
Tuioti.
Anything over is extra time.
Back on their own 22. The counter ruck coming in from Auckland. But it's there for North Harbour. They get organised behind the 22.
If Auckland
and
scores,
Gatlin, well,
they win.
that's a sky kick. That's not a great kick at all. Who's going to take it? Tiko Tuma coming across. Sullivan can't control it before he goes into touch. What's tense out there?
It's certainly all go in Albany. They'll be in no hurry, Harbour,
If
to set this line out.
Harbour score,
Gatlin will
or
be
Harbour can keep Auckland from
thanking his
scoring,
lucky stars
Harbour
to have
wins.
another lick at clearing out of this half. Ref
Thanks,
Richard
mate.
Kelly demanding they get back into it.
How important was
Good and
this?
free sourdough base.
Well, we gave him a big pump up 10 or so minutes ago, and he's delivered again.
My new favourite
with his
pizza
first line out
base.
steal of the season, and what a crucial one it is.
But Auckland got it all wrong. No one jumped. But now they've got it back.
Auckland has the ball again.
And so Auckland are going to get a chance. And they're in a position, if they want, for a drop kick themselves.
Oh, they could.
Into the last minute of the game.
They could probably drop kick this and get an extra point.
Counter ruck coming in from Pierce. Eventually they get rid of it. For Puliai, right out in the centre field. Hickey's gone back into the pocket. Here's the drop kick. No.
It's not a drop kick.
Roar goes up from
There's
the
a
crowd. Just didn't strike it.
Might as well be a bloody grubber.
There's still time to play though. They will get the ball back, Auckland.
Well, Auckland are lucky to not get penalised there. There was a lot of changing of angles to block the
Cheesy
charges,
garlic pizza.
and he just didn't
So
strike it as well
basically
as he'd
cheese and
like.
garlic pizza.
Felt the pressure.
Well, we've had a lot of 1 point margins so far this season. That was Simon Hickey trying to make it a 2-point win for Auckland. So time almost up. What's Gatlin going to do? He's going to kick deep. Long, skitty kick is a good one too. Found a bit of space at the back. Ruru has it. Now here's Zahn Sullivan, who started the game so brilliantly. Goes hard into contact. Harbour have got players there. Auckland short of halfway. And
There's the full-time
Hooter goes.
hooter.
Well, Auckland now going to throw everything at it.
So
Here's
that's
the
80 minutes.
The ball squirts out the back, over the touchline, and Harbour win the battle of the bridge.
There you go. Harbour win it. If you want to come up, now's the opportune time, Evie.
What a moment for the Harbour side. No one gave them a chance except for themselves. They have time and Harbour for their community, their fans, and the fans are over. An exceptional result.
That is one hell of a game.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Goodness me. That was a pretty close game.
It was.
Yeah.
I'll just turn everything down just a little bit.
Yeah, that's all good. Gosh, in that last try Auckland got, I kind of almost forgot to breathe. I was like, breathe, breathe, breathe.
Yeah, that was a tough old one.
I know. I know. But, I kind of thought North Harbour would get it tonight, but yeah. Auckland aren't. Yeah, they win some games. I was surprised to see that they were above on the table than North Harbour was, but yeah.
Yeah. Nah, not really a huge surprise there.
No. So I'll
Yeah,
just go with
I was
the
more.
bridge, eh?
Yeah, I've been more surprised in the past by certain things.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
it was played in the North Harbour Stadium, so it was kind of more,
yeah.
a little bit more their home game, but it's
But well, it was more of a home game for North Harbour, to be honest.
yeah.
But
And also,
the
I
thing is,
wonder,
North Harbour and Auckland, the last 2 games they played, North
Yeah.
Harbour back to back at home now.
yeah,
Back to back wins against Auckland at home.
wow,
So that will be a spirit lifting.
yeah, it will be, yeah.
Auckland, I think they played well, but
Yeah, they did get a bit
did Auckland have to be
rough
the rougher
for a
of the
little
two?
bit. Yeah, I know.
That's my question. Did Auckland have to be the rougher of the two?
I know. And at that point, they were ahead on the table when they were being really rough, I mean, 2 yellow cards in the same team.
2
you
yellow
know?
cards, same
Yeah.
team. Less,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what was it. Probably all up about 30 minutes gameplay apart.
Yeah. Because one was quite early on in the first half, and the other one was pretty much early into the second half. Well, what was it, at 60 minutes or so? So, kind of,
Yeah. It was.
about 20 minutes
It
in,
was.
sort of, I guess, halfway in.
Yeah. When I'm
Yeah.
talking gameplay, I don't include half-time break in that.
No, I get you. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
80 minutes gameplay, which is
Yeah.
end to end if you butt the 2 halves together.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I get that.
tonight it was just over.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was actually holding my breath for that last move to see if Auckland would score because
Yeah.
I know Auckland is hungry.
Yeah. I mean, if they got that, yeah. I mean, I was thinking, hope they get to do a penalty, penalty goal, but nah, North Harbour weren't going to risk it, I don't think.
Well, that last move, Auckland was within kicking distance. They
Yeah,
should have just booted it.
Yeah.
They should have just booted it.
Yeah.
That's my whole feeling against that game.
Yeah. They should have just put it all in. Yeah. Looked like he was just kicking the ball to get rid of it. Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I fix this crap up.
Yeah, go for it.
Push that there.
Yeah.
You should still be able to hear the background music, by the way.
Yep, you can.
I'm just going to go to that. And I will go to that.
Yeah. Big budget.
Rugby, here's a ball and kick the shit out of each other to get to the other end. Oh yeah. You're not wrong there, Brian. You're not
That's kind of what
wrong.
they were almost doing today. I mean, gosh,
No,
there were what?
that's the
3
whole.
players that were having
That's the whole
medics.
point of rugby.
Yeah.
If you're not kicking the shit out of the team, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But it was a lot closer game than the rugby game I watched earlier. It was, one team was surely out in the lead and the other team were just mucking around.
What the fuck was Canterbury doing earlier? That's what I want to know.
I know. They
weren't doing anything
44
good.
and 8. No, they weren't.
And next week, Hawke's Bay have got Bay of Plenty.
Yeah. Wow. That'll be interesting. You do see fishy hands. So I've got
Yeah.
use it up as well. Yeah.
I want to make some overlays for StreamYard,
Yeah.
but I don't want to pay the exorbitant money to
Yeah.
have StreamYard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, that sounded horrible that a skunk or that got the chickens. Sounded quite sad. Something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of was.
Mm.
But as far as I'm concerned, if she's got to deal with her own stuff, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm still playing her
Yeah.
music.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And I'm still talking about the goddamn rugby, so.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But no, the Bad Plenty Canterbury team, what the fuck were Canterbury thinking sending their B team?
Yeah,
Or
I
just
know.
playing like that? That
Yeah,
is never
yeah.
Canterbury. That's not even Canterbury B team.
No, because
Style.
I mean, they let Bay of Plenty get away and get the tries quite easily. You know, they
Yeah.
weren't really chasing after them a lot. It was just whoa.
Um.
And then one of them got a yellow card and was out.
The first score I heard of them was Bay of Plenty 30 points
I mean,
to
that might have
3.
been bad penalty.
About 30 points to 3 over Canterbury, and my jaw dropped. Seriously?
Yeah. And it was
Seriously?
44 over 8 in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got one try on top of that. They got one penalty kick and one try. That's all they got.
I honestly hope Blackadder, the Canterbury coach, rips them to shreds.
I imagine they were because I've seen Canterbury play a lot better than that.
Guts out of them.
Yeah. 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 No, it's like, oh, another try for Bay of Plenty. Oh, another try for Bay of Plenty.
I just need to do some controls.
Yeah.
So
yeah. 5. Oh.
I'm unsure what game I will be doing next week. I do know I've got New Zealand versus Australia Bledisloe Cup game 3 out of 4.
Well, which will be, I think both of them are going to be playing in Australia, so that'll be interesting.
It'll be at ANZ Stadium in Sydney.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
The last one is at a much better place, and I'm looking to have a co-commentator up for that last one. Maybe if I can get the guy to work with me a little bit on it. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a co-commentator for this next one, but we have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. See how busy.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put it nice.
Oh, well, lucky with this game, it was live on TV. So usually it's a replay, but yeah. So I was the lucky one to be able to be watching it on the TV at the same time as hearing the commentary. So.
Okay, I'm putting that in the background again.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, if I could show the picture, I would. But as soon as I show the picture along with the commentary,
you'll get the
guys who are contracted to do it, Sky TV, are going to jump on my channel so fucking hard it might as well disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not exactly careful with their copyrights either.
No. It was strange that the Australians wanted or will put a claim against their national
No,
anthem.
it wasn't Australians. It was some batu little motherfucker.
Oh, that claimed it sounded something like something.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah.
I'll just
know.
double check, see what I've done here. Oh, it looks like it's gone back to no restrictions.
All right. Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
Sweet. That's cool.
I just want to check the
Yeah.
health and all the messages, the error messages on my stream at the same
Yeah.
time. So if you can keep talking about the game or the games today, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it was this game. Both of the teams were playing quite rough. I don't think I'd seen the medics come out as much as they did with people. I mean,
Well,
the first red card, it kind of like
No,
kicked
we
them in
didn't
the
have a red
stomach or
card this
something.
game.
Oh,
Didn't have red
yellow
card.
card. Sorry, the yellow card. Could have been a red card, but yellow card. Yeah, kind of
No,
tackled him. He kind of his
given
knee kind of went up. Hey.
given it was both different players and it wasn't the same player on both.
Oh yeah. Oh, true. It would have been a red card if it was the same player.
Yeah, if that second one was the same player who committed offence in the first one,
Yeah.
then
That would have
we
been.
would have had
Don't
someone
want to see
thrown
you.
off the field
Yeah.
and written up for reports. But
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think it was a lot less eventful than the game earlier because there were a lot more tackling and I mean Canterbury was trying their best to stop Auckland getting the goal, getting the tries, whereas in the earlier game it was like Canterbury was just like, oh yeah, you've got it. Off you go.
Right. Sunday,
Yeah.
8th of November.
Right. So it's next Sunday. Cool.
No. A couple of Sundays' time.
Awesome. Oh, right. So 20. Oh, yeah, because it's only the 24th. So, of course, yeah.
Sunday, 8th of November.
Sunday will be this.
I will be at the local. I will try and get a ticket for the local game, which is Wellington versus Hawke's Bay.
That'll be cool to see. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I ain't live streaming it, people. I'm gonna vlog it.
Good, cool.
Run around with my little camera and
get some. Sounds cool.
Trust me, I've got a camera. It's got no zoom. It doesn't hook straight to the internet for me to stream, and there's no professional side to it.
So it'd be very amateuristic. Yeah.
Can you imagine them looking at and going, "What's that?"
Yeah.
That's my camera. There's no zoom on it.
No.
It's just different. But
that should be fun to watch.
Different fields of view.
Yeah. So wide or
Yeah. Narrow is about 90
fun.
degrees, a bit like that.
Okay.
Then you've got 110 and 140.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be fun for you to, do that. How much of the game did you see today with the Hawke's Bay?
Enough to know that Manawa 2 tried their best to give us the run around, but failed.
Oh, right, they failed though. Yeah.
Hawke's Bay
That's
had
good. They won.
4 tries before
Yep.
halftime.
Wow.
Manawatu got one within the first 15 minutes. Hawke's
Yep.
Bay then got 4 tries
Wow.
before halftime. Came back after the halftime, added to it by
And,
at least 2, if not more.
wow. So, yeah, it sounded like Manawatu did a slightly better job than Canterbury today, but not much in it. Not much better. Yeah.
Let's just put it nicely, with a finishing score of 45 to
5
12
to 12. Yeah.
for
Not much
Magpies
different than
versus
44 to
Manawatu.
8. Yeah. Only 4 points in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the good thing is we had a decent crowd, and the crowd got
Oh,
into
that's
it
good.
towards the end of the second half.
Cool. Were there more people there than the time that we went, or? Wow.
You believe it?
Yeah.
That was almost
Wow.
2/3.
Listen.
2/3
Wow.
full.
It was pretty much
I
only a
reckon.
third, but the game that we went to.
Less than that. It wasn't
Yeah,
even a
yeah.
third.
It was big gaps. Yeah,
Probably
that's
quarter.
cool. Be
But
interesting to
no,
see how many.
we were really shoving it.
Wow. Yeah. Miss my football games here. We have one of the most expensive stadiums here in the country, 20 minutes from here, and we can't go watch. That is a shame. I was thinking
Yeah.
it'd be interesting how many can actually go to Australia, because, Australia's kind of under different,
Sydney is
circumstances
fine.
here. Yeah.
According to all resources, Sydney is fine. And
Yeah.
that's where the first game is played.
Right. So it'll have to be there won't be many
What
people
size
coming
crowd?
from other places in Australia to the game.
What size crowd's
Yeah.
expected?
Yeah. So I don't think many New Zealanders will go over, 'cause it seems how they have to pay $4,000 to get back here, and coming back to the 2 weeks of hotel isolation. So yeah. Yeah. It was quite funny during the time where people couldn't play sports. There were athletes that were doing sports in their own homes and stuff, which was quite entertaining. Yeah, but no. Yeah, good to see it. Things are nearly back to normal. Not quite, but close to it. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I had to have to wonder about how many players were born Central Auckland and moved over to the North Shore or out west. If they, play for there now, you know what I mean? It's probably a mixture
There
of
could
really
be a mix.
where they're
And
actually born and which rugby they play for.
But given the fact that someone who's born in Bay of Plenty, Tauranga Hamilton, for instance, can choose to play their whole career so far with Southland before moving up to Auckland.
True. Yeah. People can, I guess, they can kind of decide what team they do want to play with. If they're a good player, they'll take them. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I always wonder if there were any actual part of the All Blacks in the teams today.
Okay,
Not
the
sure.
biggest crowd number I'm seeing here for ANZ Stadium is 70,000.
Wow. Right. Yeah.
So
So, yeah,
there could
be
be
interesting to see
quite
how
a
full it
crowd.
is. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, similar to Mount Eden Stadium. That was quite a crowd. See, 70,000 and nearly every game was sold out. Yeah, that's generally here. Our stadiums usually are sold out. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Yes.
I'm having a look around just to see if I can find what the prediction is, because the All Blacks will usually sell shit out wherever they go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if it's different this
Yeah.
time because of COVID.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I suspect there will be people that from New Zealand that live in Australia that will be supporting the All Blacks.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. I love this tune.
It is a good song, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That always reminds me of that movie Big, where this guy is like wishes to be middle age basically, or 30 or 40. He was like 13 and
It's kind of reminds me. Kind of reminds me of the age of silent movies,
oh yeah,
where
true, yeah.
the piano
They
was
just
just
had
randomly
music.
played underneath
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got
Okay.
amazing talent. Fishy has, yeah.
Basically,
Fisher.
it depends on the Trans-Tasman bubble that New Zealand and Australia are trying to get going.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But
Yeah.
from what it
Right.
looks like, it's pretty much a shoe-in that it's going to go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Oh.
I'm guessing. Even if there is major physical distancing restrictions,
Yeah.
for
They could
the
probably
game.
still take about 30,000 on that, eh? It's a half the amount,
No.
35,000 or something. Or...
I reckon you'd be looking at 40 to 50,000.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you
People
just knock
can
20,000
stand their
off the
own
top.
bubbles.
Knock the 20,000
Yeah.
off the top. Cut a couple bunches of seats out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah. 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 Gosh. Well, I hoped Auckland could have done better, but
Well,
yeah, obviously it
Auckland's just
wasn't to
showing.
be.
It just shows how, shall I say, useless Auckland is at rugby.
Yep. And that does not surprise me.
That would probably
It
be
does
the
not
best.
surprise me at all. Yep. Yep. I mean, I think I said I don't have a lot of faith for Auckland.
Yeah, here we go.
That was
we had a 6-all draw in the first game. New Zealand reasserted their dominance in the second.
Really won. Yeah.
That was actually a good stream. It was one stream. Go check it out on my channel.
Yeah, no, that was a fun one.
If you want to be prepared for this next one, which is an ANZ Stadium. These are Sydney Melbourne times, so it won't be.
That's next Sunday for that. Yep. Yep.
It won't be 7:45 PM here.
9:45. Yeah, it'll be like 9:45.
Yeah. So and then you've got a couple of weeks later on November the 7th for Suncorp.
Right.
And Suncorp Stadium is the big game. I am planning to have a co-commentator for who can actually bullshit me
to be
back
with
and forth
on the
with a lot of banter and try and get everything going and have the competition moving and all that.
Sounds like fun.
I'm gonna try and hook one up for the 31st. No promises.
Cool. Yeah.
I haven't even approached the guy yet, apart from mentioning it in passing. So
Yeah. That'd be great if he could, because that'd be definitely fun to watch.
But no, there's the local the international games.
Yeah.
For now, the Six
I
Nations
heard
coming up.
that they are playing West Indies, so that'll be interesting.
Six Nations coming up.
Right.
I might have a hand or two in a few of the games.
Yeah.
Most of the rugby games I do on this channel will be All Blacks New Zealand.
Yeah.
I might do a cricket game or a tennis game.
Yeah.
Maybe even an IndyCar race or something like that if a very good New Zealander is driving in it.
Yeah.
But for the main part, I'll stick to what I know, rugby and All Blacks. So yeah, I 100% agree, Brian.
Yeah.
It's killing the sport.
It is hard. Yeah.
Yes, the stadium roof can be open, but that doesn't make it an open venue.
Yeah. I kind of thought the wrestling had a very bright way of getting through it. They sell virtual tickets so that people can watch the game, and they put TV screens all around the arena, so they can sell
pluses
tickets
and
that way.
minuses for it. Number
there
one,
is pluses and minuses. Yeah, cost of it. Yeah.
WWE or WWF, I don't know what one they're known by at the moment.
Yeah.
They have an unlimited budget.
Right. Wow.
Seriously, they have an unlimited budget.
Wow.
They can afford the people to operate those screens. They can afford the people to call in the crowd on whatever software they're using, Zoom or whatever. They can afford the fancy lights. They can afford the showbiz, etc. Most sports teams or sports stadiums, for that matter, cannot
afford that sort of
budget
thing.
they're given.
They can't do it
that much above the highest paid player's salary.
So not enough. So
yeah, especially the local derbies. So yeah. You take credit for the term IndyCar being in Indianapolis. Okay, how about the Indy 500? The Indianapolis 500 then. I honestly, I don't know what a lot of these, what a lot of the racing, the New Zealanders who do vehicle racing sports are like at the moment, because I don't have a connection to watch them. I might go against someone's opinion and actually pay to get that connection just to keep up with stuff, but it'll be mostly rugby I watch because that's what I know.
Yeah.
I might do a New Zealand Phoenix versus or a women's soccer game or rugby game or something like that sometime. But
Yeah,
for the main part, anything that's not All Blacks rugby is going to be one-offs.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
so everyone understands that on my channel.
yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, rugby's quite an easy game to follow.
Yeah, it is. But if you're more used to soccer or football
Oh,
than you are
definitely.
rugby or gridiron, American
Yeah.
rugby,
Oh,
AFL,
that is
NFL,
strange.
kind of bullshit, then yes, you have
Yeah. You
your
go
work
every
cut out
year.
for you.
Wow, only half an hour. Awesome. Yes, that is cool.
Cheers.
I'm quite close to the I am fairly close to a speedway, but I haven't actually been to that speedway. I've been around the area when they've started it up. I hear it every time they play.
I've been to the local speedway 3 seasons in a row, missing the odd
Wow,
night here and there.
yeah.
I've actually got photos to back that up.
Yeah.
A shit ton of stock car photos.
Wow, awesome. Yeah.
I just need to either get off my ass and pay for StreamYard or put it into a slideshow next time I'm on, and put it
yeah.
on the green screen behind me next time I'm
Yeah,
on
that would be
Streamlabs.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, use those photos.
But yeah, thing I'm not huge. I mean, I could also do PowerPoint and drop some fishy music under it, and drop
Oh yeah,
like
true.
do a bit of a PowerPoint slide
Yeah.
or whatever. Drop some fishy music under it and upload it. But yeah, again, I need a video editor suite for it, and I don't
Yeah.
have that at the moment. So
I know, that's a shame, but yeah. Yeah.
anyhow, I will love and
Yeah.
leave everyone.
Yep. Yep. Thank
I
you
am.
for watching the game with us.
I'm gonna say
Or listening to the
that was
game.
a hard fought game.
Yeah.
That was a hard fought game.
It was, yeah.
23 points to 22. North Harbour over Auckland.
Yeah, just 1 point in it.
Love you guys. Thank you, Luck, for hanging out.
Yeah.
Budget Bushcraft and RV, thank you for hanging out. And the new guys who joined.
Yeah.
Lisa, thanks for hanging out. TJ, thanks for hanging out. And Nico.
Yeah.
And Toxic Rodolfo.
Yeah.
Rodolfo. Sorry. If I butchered your name, I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
freaking
Hard
speak
to-
nothing but English. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining and hanging out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll catch you all on the next stream, which is going to be this Wednesday night. Minecraft creative. I don't know whether I'll be in my map or Evie's map, but I'll be in someone's map doing Minecraft creative. Catch you then.
See ya. Bye.